Yeah. So, hello everyone. Good morning, especially online viewers. So, I want to make an announcement, especially for those who are based in Hyderabad. Okay, if you are anywhere in Hyderabad, so we want to make an announcement that starting from January 20, we are going to start a program known as Hyderabad Focused Group, especially top 50 of Hyderabad. So, here in this program, we are going to take care of everything because I know there are many employees who are working and preparing, aspirants who are so there are many aspirants who are employees. They're doing their preparation along with job, and there are people who are balancing multiple things. But they have been sincere. In the past, we have helped them clear the examination, and even now, there are many people who are sincere yet lacking direction in this preparation. So to help them, we have formed this Hyderabad focused group. Okay, and here we'll be choosing 50 people. We'll be having a test that is going to be conducted, and in this test, we'll be choosing the top 50 people. Here, those who are in this top 50, they'll be having all the material needed, all the test series, mentorship, guidance, everything, current affairs, classes, everything, whatever they need for prelims, and we are not going to charge anything for them. Okay, we only help here, that too only to the serious aspirants. Okay, so that's why we are conducting a test, and we don't want to choose people randomly. So we want to help you seriously. The intention here is to find out right person who need the help. Okay, so now if somebody is facing an issue with respect to prelims, especially prelims, what happens, you are overwhelmed with the information. So you'll be feeling lot of static stuff to be read, lot of current affairs to be read, too many tests to be given. Okay, so you don't know where exactly to emphasize, and you'll be doing random preparation. People will be doing hard work, lot of hard work, but the problem is that they lack direction. So in order to overcome that, to make you work in right direction and be prepared for the prelims, we have come up with this program, and the test is going to be tomorrow. We'll be sharing the link. You can attempt the test, and the top 50 people will be chosen, and for them a special attention will be made. Okay, so there would be a special attention and all the needs, because in this preparation everybody is not having a same need. Some people know history well, some people know science and tech well, some people are good at current affairs. So every person is having a different problem. So in order to address that particular problem, you need a mentor. Okay, so here we are going to provide that direction through this program. So if you are one who is looking for help and you are based in Hyderabad, then please message this number. If you are interested, we'll send you the exam link and we'll take the people who are enrolled. Okay, so you'll get entire detailed schedule on day basis. Okay, and we are going to customize this. Okay, it is not same for everyone, because somebody is having only 4 hours a day to prepare and some other student is having 12 hours. So preparation has to vary. The areas to be emphasized has to be varied. So this is regarding the Hyderabad Special 50. So now I would like to invite Ashok sir. So Ashok sir, he is going to take history, and that's with respect to ancient, medieval, and modern part. So he is going to cover spectrum for you, sir. Please. So he'll be taking over.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so everyone sitting here knows me previously, right? I need not introduce now. Everyone, I think I know you personally as well. So cool. Okay, now, okay. So except Ayan, everyone is giving the exam this year, right? Cool. Ayan, you will be next year, right? Okay. So the thing is that like, did everyone of you start the prelims preparation? You have started. So actually, recently the notification was supposed to come at January 14th, but then it was postponed. That is the reason some of the students, some of the aspirants have not taken the thing seriously. But I want to project some fact to you, whereby you will realize the urgency of prelims. Okay, so from now, like, how many days are there for prelims? 124 days are there. So 124 days are there, and out of this you will not be studying every day, but okay. So, and how many subjects you have for prelims? 8 subjects. So let us assume you will be studying for 110 days. Then for per subject you have how many days? Around 10 to 11 days. So 11 days you have for history, 11 days for economy, 11 days for environment, and 11 days for current affairs or so. In these 11 days itself, you have to do your first reading, second reading, revision, practice mock tests, also take care of CSAT, and prepare your mind to the prelims examination. So a lot of thing has to be done in this very less time. So I would urge, if someone has already not been to the mains, you have to, this time is very inadequate. So at least now please realize the importance of the prelims examination. So this is one fact, that you have less number of days, and the other fact is that, see, every year 10 lakh students are writing the exam, and then almost only 12 to 13,000 are qualifying for the mains exam, which means 1%. So if you take this sample here in our class who are attending the session, among yourself it is a brutal harsh truth that only one or two of you would be qualifying. Rest of the others would be sitting for next year, or different plan B's would be there. So this is such a brutal period where you have to keep a laser focus on the prelims examination, and then plan your strategies accordingly. Okay, so now coming to our program, see, all these programs are designed based on our experiences only. Okay, so we thought that we have been seeing a lot of friends with us who are not clearing, and some of us has cleared the prelims examination, some of us had made it to the interview, or some of us has cleared the exam totally as well. So what is happening? One important thing I want all of you to remember. Okay, I'll be telling you with a story. Okay, so there are two trees, and there is a farmer. Farmer. Okay, now the job is to cut the tree. Okay, now what this person does is that one day he'll be cutting the tree here, someday here, someday here, here. Okay, on a whole, what happens is that even after a month the tree would not be cut. Okay, now there is this guy who keeps on cutting at one place only. Okay, you must be seeing in lot of YouTube videos also, right? That there are some strategies. If you cut some part of it this side and some part of it this side, then the tree will automatically get down. So this way, what I mean to say is that in the UPSC aspirant's life also, what is happening is, first you enter the preparation. So after entering the preparation, you are exposed to some a coaching center X. There the teacher would be there, he will be dictating the notes. So you will be taking the notes. Okay, later on he or she would be suggesting some standard book. Okay, then later on, after the coaching gets finished, you will be knowing that there is one standard book which is read by toppers, and then many questions are coming from that. And then again there are some UPSC influencers. There are a lot of UPSC influencers these days, like even some of them are rankers also, so they will give you shortcuts. Like everything what they would do is that they'll give you the chat GPT gist and ask you to read, this is the shortcut mantra, just read and clear the examination. So these many things are there at the disposal of the students. So what happened is that the same story repeats. They would not finish the first reading, they would not revise it, they would not remember it. Finally, they would end up not clearing the prelims. But there are some very few students who knows this strategy. Like for example, Ayan itself. So he is very well exposed to these things. His father is an IRS officer. No? Okay, so fine. So when I met him, he has avoided all these things, and this particular thing is very well known to him. Okay, and then he is searching for the strategies on how to do it now. Okay, so this is one good strategy, trusting and believing on some sources. See, this is again, all of us are preparing for the UPSC examination, and UPSC is one of the very scientific evidence based exam. So anything you should trust a source only if questions are coming. So these standard sources, for example, for the history we have taken the spectrum book. Okay, from the spectrum book in 2025 itself, if 7 questions have come, almost 4 can be done with the partial reading itself. Leave about in-depth reading. Okay, but then immediately what the student mindset would be is that this is a very bulky book on how to read it. Okay, so we would be discussing that as well. So basically I want you to know and believe the fact that the standard books are very indispensable, and there are some very simple smart strategies to complete it. So instead of finding that, do not seek for some shortcuts and don't be the scapegoats of some, what to say, the commercial interest or whatever. So please, this exam is doable when done from the right perspective in a right way. Okay, so this way we will be starting with the uh, like one standard book every week. This week we are starting with the spectrum. Okay, so now I have told you that if you are attempting this year, you have almost 11 days for the first subject, right? So we have in this 11 days ancient history, medieval, modern, and culture. These 4 things have to be completed in this gap itself. Okay, if you are aiming for this year. So I think some of you may skip the medieval, but modern is to be done properly, right? So what our plan is that now, so we will be completing the whole spectrum in 4 to 5 days. Every day some 3 hours class would be there. In the class we would be discussing what to read, what not to read. And what you will do is that after going to your home or respective places for almost 4 or 5 years, if you revise the same thing which we have discussed, that way in 4 or 5 days you would effectively finish the most of the spectrum, which means the modern history. So do you accept with this plan? So like some of us, maybe because of like yesterday itself I have talked to one guy who is in his 5th prelims. So even now he is not realizing this fact, and keeping on looking for shortcuts like AI made material and all. So please, this book we will do it. I have done it nearly 10 times, and actually how this plan came up is that last year we have almost for 12 people, I have made a group, and then I have taught them every book line by line. Out of that, trust me, all 12 of them are in the government exam, government services. Okay, including me. So now I want you to know the fact that, see, your now Krutika had told that remembering facts in, see, okay, this I have to highlight one thing, that See, you have to know that in every subject of the prelims examination, there is one specific demand, one specific requirement that you have to, specific strategy that you have to know. See, for example, history, they want you to know only the factual thing, mostly factual thing. In economy, rather than facts, your application is needed. Okay, in current affairs, your awareness and in-depth awareness of the surrounding things which are surrounded to you. So there are specific requirements for history and geography. It is more factual in nature. Okay, so please understand these things that from this book modern history, if I say that you will have to mug up or remember 1,000 facts, can your brain take it? 1,000 facts? No. Every day 150 facts? No. Every day 150, I think you should, because this is a requirement. And also one more thing I want to suggest you that, so this is a syllabus of the mains examination also now. So which means, see for example, okay, I want to I have this now. Okay, so these are the modern history questions every year. Is it visible, Tanvika? Yeah. Okay. For example, in 2024, only two questions. See, if you ask me, only one question have come from modern history. Okay, then you would get a doubt that, so what is the use in doing such a book when only one question is coming? Okay, then the twist is that in mains examination, four questions have come, 40 marks out of 240. Okay, UPSC balances the things. Now, in 2025, 7 questions have come from modern history. Then, in the mains examination, only one question have come. Okay, so this way, the prelims aspect and mains aspect is balanced. Okay, so modern history is something where you cannot never miss anywhere. You have to do it. Either if you miss in the prelims, in your mains, you have to do it, or else in the interview also they may be asking the questions. No, so that is there. So with this brief introduction, I think you are now, I made you sufficiently understand the importance of the prelims examination, then the importance of modern history, the importance of spectrum. Okay, so please trust the process and the book completely, and I will tell you the very simple strategy. And after knowing to you, after knowing all these things, you will be very happy to finish this in 5 days. So please cooperate with the things for 5 days. Give your best in these 5 days. At fifth day, you will not be like this. Okay, you will yourself be able to take some class and tell to your friends around you, what is modern history, what you should remember and all. Got it? Okay. So this is the thing. Now, okay, so our topic, modern history. After this, we will be completing in 3 days only the Indian geography NCRT also. So later on, sir will start the science and tech and environment, and then later on ancient and medieval also. So all these things will be taken care of. And see, look here that we are taking very few classes. Mean in very short time we are giving you more strategies and information. It is up to you to sit at home and finish it more effectively, and finish the things at time. So these 5 days, I want, like I suggest that your brain to be at its best, and then remember the things properly, and then have proper sleep, proper food, ensure that your health is good, and give your best into this book. Definitely, we ourselves will be here now. So on fifth day, all of you would be very happy finishing this book. Only 5 days of your, actually, a lot of toppers have taken months and months to complete this. They sufficiently, they say 1 month, but then now it is not the time now. So that is the reason in small, less time only we'll be finishing this. Okay, cool. Now First, coming to the modern history, the basic thing you have to know is the chronology. So, what is there in modern history? Okay, so some of you may know or some of you may not know. So, just look here in our books now, in most of the books, how the chronology is like this. In first advent of Europeans. So Europeans. So who are the Europeans? Do you know the chronology? There is a code PDEF. So PDF, PDEF. Portuguese, Dutch, English, French. Okay. After that, consolidation. So consolidation of power, how they have consolidated, mean like different governor generals through some measures like subsidiary alliance, through wars and all, how they have colonized each part of India, like starting from Bengal, ending with the Punjab, Sindh and all. So this is the thing. And then just remember this thing, the year 1857 is very important. Here we have the revolts. Actually, this is where, if you look at the syllabus, it is mentioned that Indian national movement. Okay, Indian national movement is the syllabus, which means these two are not basically a larger part of the syllabus. So that is the reason, and I have given you the PYQs now. You can see this since 2011 up to now, hardly questions have come from this. Leave not even one per se. Okay, that is the reason we'll ignore. Okay, revolts are there. So there are three kinds of revolts, like tribal revolts, peasant revolts, and civilian uprisings. Okay, and after this also we have some reforms, religious reform movements. Now in 1885 is very important landmark in the Indian history, because one platform known as Indian National Congress was formed. So we will be studying before Indian National Congress also, some organizations are there before 1885. We will be studying about some organizations, and after 1885 we have moderates and extremists. Extremist phase is also there. So under the moderates we have this Swadeshi movement. Okay, under extremists we have some revolutionary activities. Now 1915 is very important, because Gandhi has arrived in India. So that is the reason they have asked one question in the mains examination also, that if Gandhi had not been part of Indian national movement, how different it would have been. Okay, this is very important. So, and after Gandhi came, then the first is Rowlatt Satyagraha is there. Then after that, non-cooperation movement is there. Then Khilafat movement is there. So all these things are there after non-cooperation. So you are following the chronology, right? First, advent of the Europeans have come, they have colonized, and initially some local people like tribals, peasants, and civilians have started the uprisings, and then later on a platform, organized platform has come up in the name of Indian National Congress, and then later on some leaders with different ideologies have contributed to the national freedom, and then later on Gandhi has arrived, and under him some programs have come up. So few important programs are non-cooperation movement and Khilafat movement, and after that we have civil disobedience movement, and then Quit India movement, and then independence and partition. After that, we have one special chapter in most of the books, survey of the policies. So in the survey of policies, you will be studying about India, British contribution and their exploitative activities also with related to economy, culture, labor, education, press, administration, no, and many more which they have contributed. So if you know these things, your modern history is done. So now you are comfortable with the chronology, right? Once again, I want you to remember this thing clearly, because see, only when you know the destination, that this is the place we are going to reach, then only you can involve yourself in the process, right? So that is the reason. So from what to say, advent of the Europeans to what the, see, these are the later part up to independence. Okay, this is the thing, the chronology. Again, after the class also, first thing you have to do is get comfortable with the chronology only, or else you would be misled. What is there, what is there, you have to have a clear mindset on the chronology. Okay, so after the chronology is done, uh, I will I will tell the roadmap how we are going to do it. So this book, everyone have this book with you, right? So I want you to open this thing like at the end you have post independence, right? Post independence. Uh, if your book is new, it is page number 688. Accordingly, you see the index and see 698. Sorry, 698. So which means India after independence. Okay. So basically, whatever, I think we are following different editions. So whatever the book is, please see the India after independence. Better if you see the index, you will get the page number easily. Okay. Done. And in the first also, please up to pages like 1857 revolt. 1857 revolt. Please take up to 1857 revolt. Na? In the new book, it is 216 page number, 216. Okay. So please fold the page up to there. Okay. So effectively, these are the only things that we have to study. Previous things and later things we are not bothered much. Okay. This is only the part of our syllabus now. See, you should not trust me so easily. Okay. Why I am telling this thing is that this is not a part of syllabus. Okay, not a part of syllabus, that's why we are ignoring this. Why we are ignoring this part is that questions have not come, and in this syllabus also it is mentioned Indian nationalism. Okay, so what would we be doing, like what nationalism is involved in, like they have come and started something. Only when revolts happen it is part of nationalism, right? So all of you are part of PSI are optional, and anthro optional. Na? In anthro, do you have this in political anthropology difference between state and nation? You have, right? Nation. So what is the difference? Nation means feeling, common ideology. Yes, yes. See, actually, state means you have a territory, you have people, some government is there. But then, if a uniting factor is there among all the citizens of that people, then you call it as a nation. So an emotional feeling, or it can be an ideologically united, whatever the the thread, linking thread is that they have to be united, then only we call it as a nation. So now you can correlate that why we are reading from here, the nation concept is there. So like in the syllabus it is well mentioned, no? Yeah. So you are aware of this syllabus, right? How many of you have seen this prelims syllabus? Most of you ignore, I know. Okay. History of India and Indian national movement. Okay. So in one part only they have given history of India, which means ancient and medieval, and Indian national movement. So national movement refers to like this ideology where this uniting factor is there. So previously we cannot call them a proper national movement. They are some background which they are not asking you for the examination. Okay. Now, so other thing I want you to tell is that immediately after knowing that you have to read the Indian national movement, you would be thinking that a lot of what to say, some romanticization is there among the aspirants. See, for example, I'll tell you one thing. Uh, Consider Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. So I would tell you this story. What happened is that one day the Governor General of Bengal has called all the Indians for a dinner. So Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar also, he was the principal of many schools and colleges in the Bengal region. So one day he was also invited for the that prestigious dinner with the Governor General. Then what happened is that they have given a dress code that you have to wear the British attire. Then only you can come to the dinner. Then Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar retorts back by telling that, see, this is a something strangling our culture. No, I'll come only in Indian dhoti. So if you want, I'll come, or else no. Then they have denied. So this opportunity to have that prestigious meeting was ignored by Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar by upholding Indian culture, thereby glorifying the Indian culture. Okay, this thing is very beautiful to listen, right? But in the examination, what they have asked is that Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar is there, who is the British national who has supported Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar in uh, yeah, in establishing schools and colleges and spreading education. So there the answer is Bethune. So there is a person named Bethune who has helped Vidyasagar. So what I mean to tell is that that kind of romanticization of Indian history is good in the form of a story, but when it comes to examination, brutal truth is that you have to work hard. You have to know the uninteresting part also. So that is for the common people to take in the form of a story. So that is the reason when you sit for a what to say, any normal foundation courses classes, they keep on telling all these stories. Oh, Bhagat Singh has done this, Bhagat Singh has done this. In that stories, the information gets lost, and the required thing which is required for the examination gets lost. Okay, so I want you to be more adaptive to this. Okay, please be adaptive, like a brutally laser focus on the examination only. Okay, so all of us must not be so much interested in knowing the that cinematic part, or okay, that would be somewhat not the cinematic part, that story wala thing is for the common audience to know, but for the UPSC aspirants who are giving the examination, some like literary part, the factual part behind these stories are very important. Okay, that thing you can write for the mains. Now we are here for the prelims examination. Okay, so first as I told you that up to Okay, sorry. So we have the page number 137, which is people's resistance against the British before 1857. Okay, so in this class, what we will be reading is that today we have this resistance movements, right? In resistance movements, we have three things: civilian uprisings, okay, civilian uprisings, and then tribal movements, and then peasant movements. These three are there in our first part, and in the second part, we have 1857 revolt, and then some socio-religious movements, where we would be discussing the women related movements, religious movements, caste movements. Okay, so I am making clear to you that okay, see, because it is first day, that is the reason I am preparing your mind for the upcoming sessions. I have taken some time, but from now the class would be entirely focused very much on the examination and on the factual part. Okay, cool. So in today's class we would be dealing this thing. So these are resistance movements which are of three types, and then 1857 revolt, and socio-religious movements, women movements, religious movement, and caste movements. Okay, so here you have around 70 movements, and here you have around 40, okay, movements. This and everything is not equally important, na? Some of them which are very minute we will be discarding. So on a whole today we will be knowing some 100 facts, okay, so easily. So all of you also should be contributing on how to remember the things as well. Okay, so for this thing you have opened this thing now, people's resistance in against the British before and after 1857. Okay, so that is the chapter which we are going to start. I mean this one. Okay, okay, I will tell you one thing. The see, whenever you are reading any specific partner, you have to follow some templates. Okay, so for example here when you are talking about these revolts in these 100 aspects, what you have to do is that you can do this thing. First, revolt name, when it is formed, important leader, and some unique feature, sorry, where also. So where it is, important leader, some unique feature about that, and result, and how to remember. Yeah. How to remember. Okay, so this is the template that you will be following for the next all the revolts. Okay, the revolt name, when the revolt has taken place, where it has taken place, the important leader, if it is there, one unique feature, the result, and how to remember it. Okay, so this is the template for all the revolts that we are going to follow now. Okay, right. Okay, fine. Okay, got it. So this is what we have to follow. Other than this, there is not much also. So these are the things. And also trust me that, see, you have to remember every dates are not important. Only if it is so important, some revolts, then only we will talk about the date, or else no. Where it has taken place, you have to remember, and some important leaders, because they are national leaders, right? So important leaders you have to remember. There is some unique feature, like for example, for some revolt, someone has written a book glorifying that revolt, or else sometimes it is where many people have died in that revolt. So that unique feature you have to remember. And then result, see, result is almost every movement is crushed only. Hardly one or two has succeeded in getting their demands done, or else it is mostly a success. Then how to remember is one thing, where you can like, how many of you are familiar with this thing called mnemonics codes? You are known, right? See, for example, if you don't know, I will tell you one example. So Khasi revolt is there. Okay, Khasi revolt is, the head is Tirath Singh. Okay, now by looking at it, you may not remember. So just try to correlate these words. So like Kasi is a, actually this is in the Khasis are in Meghalaya, right? Kasi Jaintia. Okay, but then this Khasi revolt, how we will remember is that Khasi is a place, Benares. There, Tirath, what is Tirath? You know that spiritual drink where they offer na Tirdham when we go to temple. Okay, so this is a religious place where we will get Tirdham. So that way we will remember. Okay, these are some codes. So see, you will have to be creative. You will also have to contribute to this. So active learning helps us to remember. See, these codes I am telling what fits me, what accordingly to you. If you are agreeing with this, if they are sinking to you, just take it, observe it, or else you yourself can make new mnemonics and try to remember them also. Okay, this way. So done, right? So now, okay, so following this template we will start the movements. Okay, one second. Okay, so till now it was all lag. So from now we will start the subject. How much time is gone? 1 hour, na? Not 1 hour, half an hour only. Okay, so now you are comfortable, right? All are cool. So we are in the offline part. So I want you to be very, what to say, relaxed and be a very active participant to this session. Then only all of us see at the end. What I feel, what I want is that after 5 days you should be comfortable compared to others who has not taken this risk and who has not taken this opportunity to utilize in growing their knowledge stack. Got it? Okay, first we will be talking about the revolts, okay, which is the initial part. uh, so at that point of time, India's population was around some 20 crores, 20 to 25 crores, and most of the Indians were, some of them were tribals and largely peasants, and then some of them were operating under some kings, the rajas of that time. So British has come, and then they have imposed various new what to say policies. For example, suddenly they have come to the land and told that this is not yours. Okay, in the name of Jamindari, Raitwari, and all these systems. Suddenly they have come to the king and told that we will invade you if you don't sign the subsidiary alliance. So subsidiary alliance was signed, and then the king was made subjugate. Okay, suddenly they have went to the tribals and then started interfering in their religious aspects. For example, there is a tribe called Khand tribe, okay, in the central India. So this Khand tribe was performing a activity called Maria system, which means self-sacrifice for their god. It is their own wish. Now British has tried to interfere in it and then tried to convert them to Christianity. Now they revolted. Some of them were practicing slash and burn agriculture system, and British went and stopped that one. Again they started revolt. This way they have interfered in the normal life of every Indian, be it peasants, tribals, or the common people. So that is the reason some of them, under some leader, for their self-respect, they have started revolting. Okay, this is the background. So these things they are not going to ask you in the prelims examination. Just for the background, I have told you. So that is the reason here in the first page, if you see, there is genesis, major causes which you can ignore. Okay, cool. Now we will be starting with the important revolts. Okay, okay. Other thing is that in the 2025 edition, some new revolts are added. If you are following some old books, just write beside, na, so that it will be an addition. Only if it is very important, I'll tell you. Okay. So first thing which is mentioned in our book is Attingal revolt. It is not there in the old book, na. Just write beside Kritika. So yours is new book, old one only. So there is one thing called Attingal revolt. The revolt name is Attingal. So why they have mentioned this here is that it is considered as the first major revolt. So when you say when you compare all the revolts, so this is one of the oldest one, it seems. So just try to remember that Attingal revolt is there. It is Attingal by name. You can guess the place, or Kerala. So South Indian. So Kerala. So the Kerala. So it is in 1721. You can update 1721. Okay, the important leader is Khudman Pillai. Khudman, Khudman Pillai, although not needed. Okay, so the first one is done. Attingal revolt. It is in Kerala in 1721. The leader, you need not remember. Just the only fact I want you to remember here is that this is considered one of the first revolt. Okay, that thing. So done. Second, coming to the Sannyasi revolt. Okay, it must be there in all the books, na? Okay, so Sannyasi revolt, it took place in Bengal. In Bengal, there who are sannyasis? You have to know that these sannyasis are the people who are previous jamindars or previous landlords and who were denied their hereditary rights by the British. Now they have almost become beggars. Okay, so nomad, like wandering. Now they have started a revolt against the British. So Sannyasi revolt is in Bengal. Okay, you have to know that in those days Bengal refers to the region of present day West Bengal, Odisha, some parts of Assam, and today's whole of West Bengal. Okay, all these regions constitutes Bengal of that period. Okay, so now Sannyasi revolt has taken place in the this year is also very important, 1717 to 70 to 1800s. Just remember 1770s. Okay. Done. So there are two unique features you have to know about the Sannyasi revolt. Okay, you are clear with this thing, na? Sannyasis are the people, is a revolt in the Bengal region where previous landlords, jamindars, disbanded soldiers who were denied their hereditary rights have now taken arms against the British. Okay, So there are many important leaders, but one important you have to remember is Devi Chaudrani. Okay, it is there in old books. It is not there, I guess. Is it there? Right. So you just underline Sannyasi Devi Chaudrani. Another two important facts here is that, you know, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay has written Anand Mat commemorating the Sannyasi rebellion. Okay, Anand Mat. And another novel by name itself, Devi Chaudrani. And another important fact is that Warren Hastings is the important governor general who has suppressed the Sannyasi revolt. Okay, this is very important. See, why Sannyasi revolt is important is because in every other places revolt has taken place, but it is Sannyasi revolt which has inspired the later people of Bengal to, you know, take that ideology, that revolutionary spirit and continue. That is the reason we find lot of Swadeshi movement and many other movements focused in Bengal. A lot of these people, Raja Ram Mohan Rai, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, and lot of other people, Subhash Chandra Bose. So Bengal has become nerve center of revolution. That is the reason they want to partition this Bengal and then keep it, divide this and then break this ideology. That is the reason Sannyasi revolt is very important. So now you have known that Sannyasi revolt has taken place in 1770s in Bengal region, and the important leader is Devi Chaudrani. The unique facts that you have to remember is that Warren Hastings have suppressed this revolt, and then Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay has written a novel, Devi Chaudrani, okay, to commemorate this revolt. Okay, these are the facts. So if anyone wants, they can make some code on how to Sannyasi and Devi Chaudrani, how to correlate and then remember. Okay, so it is a PYQ, so that is the reason most of the aspirants remember. Okay, that is done. Now, revolt in Midnapur and Dhulbham is given. So I think you need not read that. Just skip it. In old book, it is not there, na? Is it there? Is there? So still you can skip it. Okay, just because of the land revenue system, the in West Bengal only it has come up. So that is not so important. Next one is important. Revolt of Maomaryas. Okay, it is there in all the books. Maomaryas. Okay, so this Maomarya revolt took place in Assam. So how you will remember this is in Assam? For Maos, right? Mao is a person in China, and Assam has border with China. So that way we will correlate Mao is related to China and Assam. Okay, so Mao Maria revolt is in Assam. Okay, and you need not remember any important feature from this, because there is another revolt in Assam which we will be seeing, that we will remember. So okay, you just remember right there only what is the reason in crisp form. So for all the revolts there are 4 or 5 reasons. One reason is like a land revenue. Okay, the second reason is king, issue with the king and the British, some succession issues, hereditary issues interfering in the court. We are not, bothered to remember each and minute thing, that stories. Okay, so these kind of land revenue system or kings wala issues or religious issues, what are they? We will be writing beside. So just next time when you open the book, in the beside that Mao Maria revolt is there. There only you should be seeing all the things which will be easy for remembering. Okay, done. Next, civil uprisings in Gorakhpur, Basti and Bahraich is there, na? That is there. Okay, in that, in the third line, there is something called Ijaras. Okay, so Gorakhpur, Basti and Bahraich, they are in UP, na? So you need, if you, for your knowledge sake, if you want to remember, or else no need also. But then this system you have to remember. What is Ijara system? Okay, So Ijara system is a land revenue system which is inhuman among all the options available. Be it Raitwari, Zamindari and Mahalwari, Ijardari system is very bad. Because what happens in this is that first, imagine I am the British and you are the what to say Rajas over there, ordinary people. Now I will call you for an auction. Okay, I am auctioning all the Hyderabad. Who will collect the highest revenue and give me? Then you will tell like 2 crore, 10 crore, 50 crore, 100 crore. Okay, now whoever bids the highest amount, I will give that tender or contract to that person. Now what that person will do? They will suck blood of the common people to collect all this amount, right? So this way, this is one of the worst system where the first Governor General Warren Hastings has introduced this thing. Okay, you have to remember this thing. Than the that Basti or Gorakhpur wala thing, this is prominent in most of the North Indian place. So here you have to remember the Ijardari system. Ijaras are the like where auctioning, getting them. We will auction the land revenue collection rights, and some person will take it and to the highest bidding, and then later on they will harass the people like anything. So this is a very inhuman form. Got it? Right. Okay. Next one is revolt of. You are done? Okay. Cool. Take your time. We will peacefully complete it. Unless we have a good command over that topic or revolt, we will not go to the other one. You are okay, right? Right. Now we are coming to the Vijayanagara revolt of Raja of Vijayanagar. So Vijayanagaram is a place in today's northern Andhra Pradesh. Okay. So northern Andhra Pradesh and Odisha region. So where is Odisha? See, when you need not remember, where it is required, I will tell you. So, okay, sannyasi is very important. I told it is 1770. You have to remember. Others you don't. Okay. So this is one thing. The reason is that actually initially the French were colonizing the eastern coast. Okay. Now this Raja is based in the eastern coast, Andhra and Odisha border. So when French were interfering in his court, then Raja took the help of British to defend the French. Now French had gone, in their place British has come now. So British had started interfering in the courts again. Now this is the problem, that the Raja and his people have revolted against the British. So this is his succession issue which we need not remember. So there is one battle called Battle at Padmanabham. Okay. So you have to know this one thing. The Battle of Padmanabham is a battle between the Andhra king and British. That's it. There only you write the reason also. The like court issues, not any people's problems per se. Okay. Right. Next, revolt of Dhundia in Bednoor is there, na? So Bednoor is in Maharashtra. Okay, so this guy's name is Dhundia. Actually, what happened is that he was an associate of Tipu Sultan. So Tipu Sultan, British killed him, right? So he was gone, and this Dhundia was, kept in jail. So after his release, he went to his place in Maharashtra, which is Bednoor, and then from there he has started the revolt against the British. Okay, just you have to know that Dhundia Wagh is a Maratha revolutionary. Okay, got it, na? Right. Right. Next thing, resistance of Kerala Varma Phasi Raja. Okay. So here also the reason is simple. What the thing is that British came and they told that we will attack you. Then the king have told that no, I will pay you some money. After some time, the king itself is not able to collect that money and give. Then he thought that than giving money, it is better to go to war only. Okay. So that way this revolt has happened. So you need not remember one thing, but the important leader is that Veerapandya Kattabomman. So in Telugu, you have heard this song, Punya Bhumi Nadesham Namo Naman. This song you have heard, right? You must not be knowing. So in that song, so they portray different revolutionaries. So where this Veerapandya Kattabomman is hanged. Okay. So Veerapandya Kattabomman. No, no. Actually, it is in other place. Next one, Polygar Revolt. Okay. See. Okay. This movement is not important. The Pasi Rajavan. Skip it. Next, civil rebellion in Awadh is there, right? So that also you can skip. Uprising in Ganjam and Gumsur. Skip. This is important. Polygars Revolt. Okay. Polygars Revolt. So we have in this book three important revolts where the previous king's army, actually king's army, what they will have a land free grants. So there is a land, I am the military person of the king, I have a land and then I'll be enjoying good rights over it. But now British have come and taken away those rights. Now I will revolt. So the same thing happened with polygars. Polygars are the ex-military of the king from Kerala. Okay, polygars, Kerala, ex-military people. Now they have organized under this person Veerapandya Kattabomman Nayakan. Kattabomman Nayakan. So there is a. Did you? It is marked in highlighted. You know that, right? Okay. So Polygar revolt, Kerala, Veerapandya Kattabomman, and the reason is they were ex-military people who are now denied their rights. That's it. Now, uprisings in Haryana region also you cancel. Diwan Veluthampi revolt. Okay, Veluthampi revolt. Like, do you have any friends of Kerala? Because Thampi is a very surname like Reddy and all this thing. So Thampi is a surname in Kerala also. So you can know that. So Diwan Velu Thampi revolt is in Kerala. So the reason is subsidiary alliance. You just write there only, na? Subsidiary alliance. Okay. So subsidiary alliance was a policy which was introduced by Warren Hastings, right? So Warren Hastings. Now this guy, this Veluthampi, could not be in terms of this subsidiary alliance, and then has gone in revolt. Okay, this is one thing. Next, disturbances in Bundelkhand not needed. Parlaki Medi outbreak also not needed. Kutch not needed. Rising at Bareilly not needed. Upsurge in Hathras not needed. Paika revolt is needed. Okay. So recently, last year there were elections in Odisha. Na? So this Paika rebellion, which happened in 1817, date is also important. Like Prime Minister Narendra Modi, so went to Odisha and made this issue a very big, highlighted this issue, Paika rebellion, which is related to the self-respect of the Odisha people, and then a lot of campaigning, everything has revolted against this Paika rebellion, and because then 1857, this is one of the important first war of independence they were calling. So that is the reason this is very, very important. Okay, now what you should know about Paika rebellion is that first it took place in Odisha. Secondly, why is Paikas also same as polygars? Okay, they were the ex-military people of the king. Now they were denied the hereditary rights, and now they revolted against the British. So one important leader is there, very, very important, that is Jagat Bandhu Vidyadhar, Bakshi Jagat Bandhu Vidyadhar. So in the second paragraph, first line only, Bakshi Jagat Bandhu Vidyadhar. Did you get, everyone? Right. So Jagat Bandhu Vidyadhar is the important leader of the Paikam rebellion. So you are now comfortable? It took place in Odisha, and the ex-military of the king, and then the important leader is Vidyadhar. Okay. So other than that, nothing much. Next is Vaghera rising, not needed. Okay, Ahom revolt is there. So Ahom revolt also. See, some revolts are very important because these days we are living at a time where cultural revivalism is being promoted by politicians a lot, right? So everyone then doing welfare works, it is easy to take some previous history thing and glorify it and you know satisfy the people. So I'm not saying that this should not be glorified. You should be doing both. Okay, so that is the reason if some important revolts are there from any specific state, then it is somehow or other in the news. So that is the reason you will have to remember them. So this Ahom revolt is also one such where actually what happened is that Assam kingdom was ruled by some kings, and it was in conflict with the Burma, in Myanmar region. A war was to take place. Now British came and told Assam that we will help you in combating this Burma. Now after they won the war, British and Assam. After the war, what British will not be on their own terms. Now they told that no, we will be occupying this also. So then what the king will do? He will revolt against the British. The same story repeats, happens every time. So this is a home revolt. Okay. So the important leader is Gomdhar Konwar. Okay. Gomdhar Konwar is the important leader. You have to remember because this is in news. Okay. Ahom revolt is also done. So we are not remembering the dates. Okay. Till now only few Sannyasi and Paika rebellion. We have remembered the dates. Other than that, not needed. Okay. Ahom revolt is also done. Then Surat salt agitation, not needed. Okay. So Kolhapur or Gadkari and Savantwadi revolts. So you have to know this. Kolhapur and Nitin Gadkari is there. Nitin Gadkari, minister. He is from Maharashtra. So which means this revolt also must be from Maharashtra, na? So right. Kolhapur, Gadkari and Savantwadi revolts. Again the same case like the Polygars and Paikas. Okay, this is the third one where the ex-military of the king has revolted. Okay. Okay, na? So we have discussed 151 page में the Ahom revolt. Okay, so Ahom revolt, the leader is Gomdhar Konwar. Right? And the second one, Surat salt agitation, we have skipped it. So Kolhapur Gadkari revolts, these are the revolts in Maharashtra. You know Nitin Gadkari, na? Your place only. So, right. So these are also a hereditary military class. Okay. Even this present CM also belongs to this class only, na? Fadnavis. Fadnavis also are ex-military of the kings, na? Or some related to the king ministerial group. Yeah, that. Okay, true. So this is what you have to remember. Wahhabi movement is not needed. You can skip it. It is a religious, okay, just write there that it is a religious reform movement. So just the Islam is there. So this guy, Sayyid Ahmad of Raibareli. So Sayyid Ahmad is there. He thought that ki British were polluting the Islam, so that is why we need to revolt and go back to the pure Islamic state. So that is the reason they have started this. You need not remember. Okay, just avoid this. Kuka movement is important. Kuka movement, please remember this thing that this is a Sikh religious movement. Sikhism ka. Okay, Kuka movement related to the Sikhism. So same thing again, the Sikh also have thought that British are interfering in their religious affairs and polluting the Sikh religion. That is why, not only Sikhs, against the Muslims also. So not only against the British, against the Muslims, against I don't know if it is against Hindus, every outside religion, the Sikh people want to preserve their religion, and then they have started this Kuka movement. Okay, so Kuka movement belongs to Sikh group. Against the religious factor is involved in this, and very important leader is Bhagat Jawahar Mal. So Jawahar Mal. So how do you remember this thing? See, I remember most of the things through like some unique quotes which suits me only. So if I tell you, you may feel bad or funny or something like that. See, for example, this is there na Kuka movement, Bhagat Jawahar Mal. So actually the place beside this is Gandhi Nagar. Na? So beside this we have Jawahar Nagar also. So I just remembered that key. So KUK is a dog. Kuka is a dog in Telugu. So I remember that okay, in this Jawahar Nagar there are a lot of dogs. So that is that how I remember this thing. You can remember anything like Jawahar and Kuka moment. Okay. Okay. So these are the civilian uprisings. Okay. You're comfortable, right? These are the civilian uprisings. I think we have read only some 15 to 20 out of all 34 are given. Some 15-20 are important. You're comfortable, right? So how many military groups ka revolts are there here? 3. They are Paikas, Kolhapur Gadkaris ka. Right. So these 3 are the this thing. And religious reasons, Kuka is one, Wahhabi is one, and then previously Ahom or first Ahom wala is also religious thing. So that's why we didn't read it. Okay, these 3 are there. So this is how you are comfortable with the civilian uprisings. Now coming to the peasant uprisings. Okay. Okay, so in peasant uprising, the first thing is Narkal Beria uprising. Okay, all of you have the same thing, right? Narkal Beria. So again, the following the template, where this Narkal Beria movement took place is Bengal. So Bengal region. Second, why it is reason is indigo. Actually, you have to know something about the indigo cultivation. Actually, British they were having stiff competition from the Germany. So Germany also has its own colonies and it's also getting industrially revolutionized. So at that time, it is England is facing competition from Germany. Now what they did is that the British, they forced Indian people to cultivate indigo. Now if you cultivate indigo, what happens is that, see, first of all, it will deprive you of the food because you have to grow food crops first, then only the commercial. Subsistence farming is first and second is commercial. Okay, at that time, they were forcing the Indian farmers to cultivate indigo firstly, and secondly, if you grow indigo, then your field will be disturbed, like that crop cycle. So next you cannot sow other crops. This is one thing. Now, when the farmers were, not ready to grow indigo, what they did is that first they encouraged the money lenders. They encouraged some government also itself has started giving loans to the farmers, and then they made a trap. Like now, the people would go into the trap. They would never pay these debts. So on a whole, this cycle that indigo, like forced indigo cultivation is promoted, whereby the people, will face lot of sufferings. So that is the reason the people who are not able to bear this torture from this because of this indigo cultivation, they started revolting against the British. So this has taken place, the indigo revolt in Bengal region and in the UP region in many places. Okay, so this is the story of indigo. Now Narkal Beria movement mein, this is related to the indigo cultivation, and secondly it took place in the Bengal region, and then one important leader is Titu Mir. Okay, Titu Mir. How you like you can remember, like anyone of you, any creative code to remember Narkal Beria Titu Titu Mir. I- how I remembered is that okay, actually I'm from Telugu na, so I would make the mnemonic codes in Telugu only. So okay, just I'll tell to them. So Tittu Meer is there na. Tittu means in Telugu tittadam, scolding, right? So Narkal Beria, you remember Narakam. So you are scolding someone, Narakan keltavu అని తిడుతున్నాను. Okay, Narkal Beria Tittu Meer. Okay, that way you can correlate and remember. So you like both of you will not be understand, you understand Telugu a little bit, you can remember this also. Okay, done. Okay, next, Pagalpanti movement. Pagalpanti movement. So Pagalpanti movement took place in this Bengal region only. Okay, it is related to rent, land revenue they are not able to pay, and revolted against the British. This thing only. You have to remember one important leader. He is Karam Shah. Okay, how will you remember uh, Pagalpanti Karam Shah? Pagal, Pagal is mad, right? Pagal. You say Karmara Babu, Pagal. Karma, you can remember. So that way you can remember the Pagalpanti movement also. Okay. Now, so you have three facts. Uh, Pagalpanti movement in Bengal, and the important leader is Karam Shah. The reason is land revenue. Okay. Now come to Faraisi movement. Faraisi movement. Okay. Now, this is one thing. This is also by name itself you will know that this is a Muslim Islam reform movement. Uh, See, the reason would be very same again, because they don't want interference of British in their internal affairs, and then they start revolting. So you need not know much reasons. The only thing you have to know is this guy named Shariatullah. So I remember this like some Shariat Farzi. Farzi is in Hindi nakli, fake. Huh? Okay, so Shariat means it is a like Islamic document. So it is like Quran and Shariat are different. Na? Quran is something the book written in from previous times, but Shariat is just an order where it can be written. So this when the subjugation of Muslim women and all these things are not in the Quran actually, they are in this Shariat only. So that's why like you can remember this Shariat Farzi. Okay, Farzi Faraisi. Okay. So next one, Mopla uprising. So do you have habit of watching Kerala Malayalam movies? So there frequently this term Mapla it is used, right? Mapla is like frequent word which is used in Kerala. So here you can relate the thing. Mopla revolt is in the Kerala. Okay. Actually, we have two Mopla revolts. The second one is important. That one took place in 1921 during the non-cooperation movement. So this one is not needed. Just you have to know that Mopla revolt took place in Kerala. Other than that, nothing is needed. Mm. Next, Phula Guri. Acha, peasants revolt in 1857. Peasants role in 1857 not needed. Uh, Next one, Phulaguri Deva uprising is there. You have to know that this Phulaguri Deva revolt is in Assam. Okay. Again the same thing, land related issue. Okay. You have to know this. Okay. So just next one. Now everyone of you knows this Indigo Revolt. Indigo Revolt is there in your books. Okay, so Indigo Revolt, I want you to, remember the year also. So this is very, very important. Indigo Revolt. Okay, right. So how you see, like for example, how I remember is Indigo, na? So this is like 60. That way I was remembering. Okay, 60, somewhat similar, na? 1959-60. This is important to know the date also. Indigo Revolt in 1860. Okay, now come to our template. So where it is? Again, Bengal region. Second, why? The reason is the same thing. I have told you the story of indigo, right? Where the farmers are forced to cultivate the indigo despite denying them the food crops, and their crop cycle is disturbed and all these things. Still, the British is forcing them. So that is the reason they have, you know, revolted. Now, the unique features you have to remember about this indigo revolt is that it is called blue mutiny. Indigo is blue color. That is okay. Now, a play is there, Neel Darpan by Deen Bandhu Mitra. Neel Darpan by Deen Bandhu Mitra. Okay, this play is based on this indigo revolt. Okay, Deen Mitra. So how you will remember this Neel Darpan is by Deen Mitra? Like for example, how I remember is that Neelu is like water, na? Like Bandhu Mitra. So when someone comes to home, the first thing we offer is water. So Bandhu Mitra Neel, water. So this way I have remembered. So you can make your own self-styled codes to remember the things. Okay. So we have one more book we have seen, Debi Chaudrani. So it is related to which revolt? Sannyasi revolt, and that is written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. So this is the second book that we are reading. Right. Okay. Next, in the old book, this is not there, but very important. Patthar Ghat uprising. Okay. So Patthar Ghat uprising took place in Assam. So why this is important is because this is called Jallianwala Bagh of Assam. The same situation has repeated. So you know that in Jallianwala Bagh, the normal people were kept in some locked place, and then a firing took place, killing lot of people. The same thing has repeated here. Okay. So even actually in Telangana also there is one movement called Indravalli Indravalli revolt is there. So like northern Telangana people, you know Indravalli place also, Adilabad Degra. So there also it is called the Jallianwala Bagh of Telangana. So where when the people were ready to hoist the flag, so the British came and killed a lot of people. So this Jallianwala Bagh kind of incidents are there in other places also. So Patharghat uprising is in the Assam region. It is for land related reasons. In the third line it is there, land taxes. Okay. In the last line, last but second line it is there, Patharghat has come to be known as Assam's Jallianwala Bagh. Okay. Assam's Jallianwala Bagh. So there is no specific leader, not so important. Okay. Okay, Bijolia peasant movement. So Bijolia is a, I think there is some painting and sarees also on this name, Bijolia of Rajasthan. Okay, Bijolia is a Rajasthan region. Again, land reasons only, taxes. So down there is one important leader, Sadhu Sitaram Das. Okay, just Sadhu Sitaram Das, remember. Okay, so Bijolia movement, it is in Rajasthan region, and then the important leader is Sadhu Sitaram Das, and reason is land. So not so important. Done. Next, this one movement is given. Hars Chinna Mogha Morcha is one. It is given. Uh, it is in Punjab and it is led by the Communist Party of India against the British atrocities. Just remember this thing. If you, or else not so much needed also. Okay, right. Tribal movements. So till now we are done with the civilian uprisings and uh, peasant uprisings. Now tribal uprisings are there. There are 34 given in the book. We will try to remember somewhere around 20. Okay, 20. So till now things are clear. See, from tomorrow things would be somewhat what to say, theoretical, interesting, and co-relatable. I mean, you know, Swadeshi movement is going on, non-cooperation. This British are making some steps and all. How we are reacting. All these things would be somewhat interesting. But this stage, I know it is boring. Here is where you have to, you know, be strong and you know get involved in the process. See, once 3 hours bear with this, and then this thing of you know bearing this factual part is gone forever now. True, right? So 3 hours, and after you go also, you just spend some time with this day, this thing that the tribal leader, okay, that what is so and so, all things should go from the mind, and you should be comfortable with the facts. Okay, cool. So this is only the day. Actually, I thought to take this part in the last day, but then chronology would be missed, and you would feel more disconnected also, na? So that is the reason. Yeah, it's okay. Cool. So after finishing the peasant and this civilian uprisings, we are going to the tribal revolts. So tribal revolts also, uh, most of you are anthropology and sociology guys now. You know that this thing, isolationist approach and integrationist approach, and what are the skirmishes in that. So all these things you are aware of that. I need not tell the background, na? Which means okay. So actually, tribal regions they are kind of isolated from Indian nation. All these things. So that background you are knowing. Now we will see the important tribal movements. So this basic one thumb rule is you have to remember is that all the tribal movements are revolved against this notion Jal, Jangal, Jamin. Na? Water, land, forest, some other cases religion. Only these four things are there. Okay. Okay. Mm. From here now, your geography knowledge also will get enhanced. if you get involved in this thing. This we will start, or I think, okay. First, okay, before starting this, I just normal 2 3 curious questions. Like President Draupadi Murmu is there, na? She belongs to which tribal community? Santhal, right? Now, November 15th is November 15 is Birsa Munda National Tribal Day. Okay, you're aware. And largest tribal group in India? Gondsa, Bills. Okay, I think some conflict. Bills. And lot in which state the tribals are highest? Odisha ना? मध्य प्रदेश కదా? मध्य प्रदेश. Odisha में PVTGs are highest. The highest number of PVTGs are in Odisha. By number only. Again, if you calculate the PVTGs ka population where it is highest, again Madhya Pradesh only. Good na? Cool. And tribals constitute how much percent of India's population? 8, good. So 7.5 to 8% they are there. Cool. So here there are 34 tribal groups. I think as anthropology and sociology guys might not know all. So for anthropology they revolve everywhere around these tribes, na? I mean the syllabus. So that is the reason they would be much familiar. Okay. So first let us start with Pahadiyas. So in Hindi, Pahad means hills, right? Hills. So that is the reason this is in Rajmahal Hills region. So where are these Rajmahal Hills? Geography map pointing. Okay. Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh region. So all most of the tribals uprisings are in this region only. The first line only it is written Rajmahal Hills. So just mark it Jharkhand. So see, most of the tribal revolutions causes you need not remember, because everywhere what happens is that the British, the landlords would come to these people and they disturb their normal livelihood thing, and suddenly these people will start revolting. Okay, so first Pahadia revolt is the rebellion. Okay. So first Pahadia rebellion, it is in Rajmahal Hills. The reason is again simple. So Jamindars and British, they have combined again and interfering in the tribal people's lives. So that is the reason there is one guy, Raja Jagannath. Okay, Raja Jagannath is the person. So you can remember this way, Jharkhand, Jagannath, something is there like this. Okay, this way you can remember the Pahadia revolt. Okay. Okay. Next, Santal revolt. Okay, Santal revolt. Please remember the date also. Santal revolt. It is in 1785. Okay. So 85. I just remember Santal S na. So 5 also is like S. So that is why it is correlatable like that. So just try to remember that one. So Santal rebellion. There are two Santal rebellions. This is the first one. The reason is simple: British intervention. Only you have to remember the person, leader. The leader is in the second line, Tilka Manji. Tilka Manji, Santal rebellion. How you will remember? Like try some code na. See, for example, I have Santa is something market na. market. So manja is a kite. So I thought that okay, in Santa or market I have brought a manja. This way I have remembered. So what suits you, you can write. Okay. Santal revolt. Okay, Manji is considered the first Adivasi leader to take up arms against the British. So this you have to remember, Tilka Manji. Okay. So sometimes now, if you know just about the leader, the nature of that leader, then it helps in doing a lot of eliminations also. For example, if an option is given that ki matching A and B, so here some organization is given and this Tilka Manji is given in that option. So you would know that ki, this is a person related to tribal revolt. Why he is here? That way also the it will help you in eliminating the things. So that is the reason. Just remember that person's name. Okay, so Santal revolt, first Santal revolt, 1785. Um, it is by Tilka Manji. Land related reasons. Just that one. Okay, next. So Jungle Mahal revolt, that is not needed. We will skip it. Tamar revolt. So Tamar is a place in Chota Nagpur region. So there, this guy is there, Bolanath Sahai. So okay, Tamar revolt, Bolanath Sahai. So just try to remember this thing. Only the reason again you can write the land issues only. So coal revolt is very important. You have to remember coal revolt. Coal revolt is again it took place in Chhattisgarh region only. Okay. So in Chhattisgarh region, so this coal is a important tribal community where this the landlords over there are called Thikadars. Okay, like at some places by different names they are called Thikadars. So these Thikadars were subjecting these coals to very inhuman practice, and this is Begari system. Begari system is bonded labor. So in the bonded labor, what happens is that first a tribal person would be made to work on the land, and then later on he will be subjugated, tied to that land only. Then his family also, everyone should work there, all their life, and sometimes their sons, daughters, everyone, next generation are also they should be working on that same piece of land only. So to that landlord without any wages, because they have to pay that original debt which they have taken. So this kind of system is called Begari system, which was prevalent in the Skol tribes, and the important leader who has opposed this with his people is Buddho Bhagat. So coal revolt, Buddho Bhagat. How will you remember Buddho Bhagat? Coal. Like, okay, I think if not in the class, when you sit at your comfortable place, you can make some quotes and try to remember the thing. Okay, so this coal revolt, it's in Chhattisgarh. It is for Begari reasons, and important leader is Buddho Bhagat. Right? Done. Bhumij revolt. So Bhumij, these are also Bhumij coals, another sect of this, subgroup of this coals only. So not very much needed. You can skip. Ho and Munda. Ho and Munda also you need not remember. Uprising in Palamu. Palamu also it is just a normal thing, not needed. Next is important, Telang Kharyas movement. Okay, Kharyas are also tried na, in the central India, so which is Chhattisgarh. So actually there are some important leaders. See, we know about this Jharkhand mein, who is this? Birsa Munda. Okay, why Birsa Munda movement? Why he is so important? Because he waged war against the British, and later on for some days he has established his own political setup, administrative setup, like he is a leader and then there are some ministers, everything. So that way they set up their own local administration in that region and challenge the British. That's why they are important. So similar way, there are some other leaders also. One important person is this Telang Kharya. Okay, you have to remember this guy, that this Telang Kharya is from this Kharya tribe in Chhattisgarh region. So where he established these panchayats, local panchayats, and then started self-rule. Okay. Okay. Next, Santhal rebellion. So this is second Santhal. We have already read one, right? That is for normal reasons. So this is very important because this is in very much sync. Sometimes they call it that Santhals are also part of the 1857 revolt. Okay, this took place in 1856. Okay, so that is the reason, because it is in sync with the 1857 revolt, we have to remember Santhal, and this is against the Permanent Settlement Act of 1793, which was implemented in the Santhal region of Chota Nagpur or Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh regions. Okay, see, while reading now, if you struggle to remember whether they are from Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and all, just remember Central India. Only if they are from the Northeast, give specifically, okay, these are from Northeast. Or else you just try, remember that Central India is enough. No need of state also for prelims. Okay, so this is two important leaders are there, Sidhu and Kanhu Murmu. Okay, so in fact, this Sidhu and Kanhu, their stories are told to the younger generation regarding their bravery, like how we to the kids and all. Here we will tell this stories now at night time. So the same way, the stories of Sidhu and Kanhu, their braveries are told to the local children in that, and these are very much celebrated heroes. So just know that these people, Sidhu and Kanhu, belongs to this Santhal rebellion, which means Santhal tribe. Okay, this is one thing. That's it. Not needed. Khund uprising is very important. So this is one different reason. That is why you have to remember this. Khunds are the people in Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. Okay, these people have this Maria system. Maria system means self-sacrificing. So they will sacrifice the younger ones or someone to the god. And British started interfering in this. So the important leader under whom these Khonds revolted is Chakra Bisoi. Chakra Bisoi. Okay, you can write beside, and when you see, you can just underline it. So Khond religion is in Andhra, Odisha region. It is for religious reasons, specifically self-sacrifice. And then the important leader is Chakra Bisoi. Okay, date you need not remember. Right. Rampa revolt. Rampa revolt. So Rampa revolt is also in the Andhra region only. If you are in Andhra Pradesh, even today this place is there, Rampa Chodavaram. So it is a very important place. Allur Sitaram Raju and all, they belong to that place only. Right. So these Koyas also revolted against the British. That is also land reasons only. Just you have to know that this Rampa rebellion is in Andhra Pradesh. So that leader is also not known. Some Dora is there. Tamanna Dora. Okay, if it is difficult, don't remember. Just remember, Rampa rebellion is in Andhra Pradesh. Okay. So this is regarding the forest again. Again, Bill rebellion. So Bill rebellion, this is in Bills are the largest tribal groups in the Western India. So be it in Gujarat, Rajasthan and all these regions, Bills are there. So how you will remember, okay, there are two important people, leadership. First one is Khaja Singh is one, and Tantia Bill. Khaja Singh and Tantya Bill. These people are there. So this is this guy Tantya Bill is there, na? This person is called Indian Robin Hood. Robin Hood is the person who robs from the rich, steals from the rich and gives to the poor. Na? So Tantya Bill is Robin Hood. Okay, this is important. Khaja Singh and Tantya Bill. These are the prominent bill leaders. Okay, that's it. Again, this is also for land reasons only, not so much required. Kohli rising, not needed. Ramosi rising is there. Okay, this is important. Ramosi rising. So Ramosi rising is in the Western Ghats region, specifically to say Maharashtra. You need not remember. But then there is one important leader, Chittur Singh. Okay, like for example, how I remembered Ramosi movement, Chittur Singh is that Sri Ram Chits, you know, Ram Ramosi, Chits Chittor Singh. That way I have remembered. You can remember accordingly as you feel. Okay. Again, so we are done with the Ramosi also risings. Now Kurichya rebellion not needed. It's in Kerala. Just discard it. Again, Maria revolt is there. So Maria revolt also in Bastar region. This is also related to uh, human sacrifice. Just write there on. Maria revolt also related to human sacrifice. So there is no specific leader here. Okay. So Ramji Gond and Adivasi movement is there. So just remember this is a movement from Telangana. Okay, Ramji Gond, Telangana. Next, Sapa Hor movement is there, not needed. Bukta rising, not needed. Birsa Munda, this is only important again. So although question is asked, so in last May, I think in some year, the government has decided November 15th as the National Tribal Day. On the same year, they have asked this this question also. So what they asked is very deep. They have asked. Actually, see, since 1 hour we are reading all these things, now nothing is asked in the exam. Just for what to say, future challenges. If suddenly they ask, we may need to remember. So or else it is not asked. Only this question, that too because it is in the news. For that reason, they have asked. Okay. Now, what happened is that just a small story regarding this Birsa Munda movement. So these Munda tribes are in the central Indian region. Now, what happened is that the British has started, interfering in every activity. Actually, they have their own system of governance. For example, only the village head will be holding all the lands, and the people will be allocated their respective lands. The people should go there, individuals, and cultivate the land and come back. Okay, now what happened is that suddenly this chief system is taken off by the British, and then they have imposed taxes on everything, on land, on the produce, on everything. They have imposed the taxes firstly, and secondly, on Christian missionaries became so rampant. Everyone was coming. Money lenders were coming. Begar system has started taking place. So even the lot of kidnaps, many things were going on at that time. So one important leader, Birsa Munda, has came from the people to help them. Now he self-projected himself as a god. Okay, people treat him. Birsa Munda has special powers. Okay, so the special powers, like he can do anything. Like for example, one of my friend was telling in some fun mode that like he has so much powers. So one day what happened is that he was kept in jail. Then these people were asked to come and do protest, but then they were telling that okay, he has special powers, he himself would come, so why do we need to protest? That way. So this way, Okay, fun apart. So just remember that he was type of demigod in that region, Birsa Munda. So that is the reason Jharkhand International Airport is also named after him, and lot of places in Jharkhand are named after Birsa Munda. So he is considered one of the greatest tribal leader of India. So the question that is asked is that now Birsa Munda, he what he did is that he revolted against the British and declared independence, and then started gathering some villages and started ruling that. And then in this revolt against the British, he has given a slogan which is Ulgulan. Ulgulan means great tumult or the final revolt. So in the first page only it is there, 177 May. So this call, this rebellion cry, like Jai Hind, it is similar version for them. Okay, this slogan was asked in the exam. So this is the only thing they have asked. So deep it is. So for the important rebellion, you have to be very cautious and read somewhat in depth. So, but other than that, here hardly any tribal revolts are asked. Okay, okay. If you're writing any other exams now, for example CDS, CAPF, and state exams may, like, they are very useful. Like till now we have gathered around some 60-70 facts now. So all these facts will be so useful. You can easily crack, easily in this like 5 days. If we consider in the state exams, hard 10 nearly 15 questions would come uh, direct from face value what we are underlining only. So such a impactful things are there. So in the UPSC examination, it is relatively a different story. That is the reason. Okay. Now this Birsa rebellion is done, right. Come to Tana Bhagat movement. So Tana Bhagat movement, here also religious reasons you need not remember. Just remember one person, Jatra Oran of Ranchi, Jharkhand. So Tana Bhagat Jatra Oran. So I remembered Bhagat is like Bhagwan, Jatra is Jatra, some fair. Okay, Bhagavan Tuni Jatra, that way. Bhagwan ki Jatra. So Tana Bhagat, Jatra Oran. Okay, Oran is also tribe, na? Right. Next, Kisan movement not needed, Devi movement not needed, Koi revolt not needed, Muria rebellion not needed, Bhumkal not needed, Eki not needed, Anglo abors not needed. So again you can come to Khasi uprisings. Okay, Khasi uprising. So you have to know that Khasis are a tribe in Meghalaya. So this is in Meghalaya. And then actually what happened is that in the Brahmaputra Valley region, the British were trying to build a bridge. Now these people thought that this, upon constructing this bridge, now a lot of outsiders would be coming here and they would occupy and disturb us. So that is why let us revolt. So this is the reason for the Khasi revolt, that bridge across the Brahmaputra river. So under the leader Tirath Singh. So I have told you, na, Khasi, Tirath, you can correlate and remember. Okay, right. Next, Singpo rebellion. So Singpos are a warrior tribes of Assam. Just one thing only remember. No need of, there is no specific leader. Bom Singpo is there, not needed. Just you have to remember that this is in Assam. That itself is great thing. Singpo Assam. I just remember that singing some Assam song. Just remember that way. So Jaintia and Garo rebellion not needed. Kuki revolt. So if you are interested this, now Kuki Manipur issue is so much in limelight now, you can go through, but I don't think it is not so important. I don't think it's so important. So Kuki rebellion, if you want you read, or it's not needed. Next, Zelia Hereka movement not needed. So that's it. That's it, not needed anything. So till now, so like this is the most challenging part that is done. So revolt and the leaders you have just gone through now, flipped up the pages at least, right? So when you sit, try to remember some of the leaders. That will be done. Okay. So this small thing is there. 1857 revolt. Okay, so you must know that see 1857 revolt has now become a state exams ka subject, so not needed for us. Like if you want, you should go through the previous year questions. Not a single question is there because every state exam mein this question is asked. 1857 revolt. So for our like just normal sake, you know that all the reasons na for 1857 revolt, like economic reasons are there, political reasons are there, some religious reasons are there. So but the trigger factor is that ki, you know, that cartridges are there na, so that is consisting of the animal fat from made from cow and pig, so which is against the rules, I mean cultural norms of Hindus and Muslims. So that is the reason they revolted against, and it started in Meerut. So 1857 revolt started in Meerut and then spread to other places. Okay, finally British have totally crushed it mostly. So you have to remember one in summary, the 1857 revolt and the I mean region and its leaders are given. So you can come to the summary part. So here summary part mein first is Delhi. So 1857 revolt in Delhi is led by General Bakht Khan. Okay, Delhi Bakht Khan. You can remember Kanpur Nana Sahib. So I remembered Khan Nan. वैसे. So that rhythm is there. So Kanpur Nana Sahib. Lucknow Begum Hazrat Mahal. Okay, Lucknow Begum Hazrat Mahal. So you can remember, like how I remembered is that like Muslim men saying that Mera Begum, Mera Luck, like they would be telling na. So this Begum Luck is there. Bareli Khan Bahadur Khan. Bareli Khan Bahadur Khan. Okay, BB Bareli Bahadur Khan. Now Bihar, Bareli is in UP. Okay, uh, like you know that Sonia Gandhi is from this. She's legislature from this region. Now Rahul Gandhi. Rai Bareli, Bareli, two are different. Okay, okay. You are from there. You know better. I should not argue. Okay. So Bihar, conversing. Faizabad, Maulvi Ahmadullah. Jhansi, Rani Jhansi Lakshmi. Bagpat, Shamal. So these are the regions and their leaders. So see, if you are facing difficult to remember, not needed also. For states, please do read this, but for UPSC, not so much needed. Okay? Okay. So that is the first part. Now we have just another half an hour. We would be done with the socio-religious reform movements. Okay, from now we have discussed much in very what to say uh, highlights only. First of all, this is not being asked in recent times and not a very part of higher national movement. These are regional movements, right? Not even national movements. But still, for the sake of future safety, we have covered them. So now from here, we would be discussing the actual part. Okay? Actual part. So this is very important. So up to now, are you comfortable? Things are good, right? Okay, or I know it is boring actually. Sometimes too much factual information without any. That is the reason in most of the classes they will not tell also. Just they will give you a PDF and ask you go read yourself. So that is the reason. So now almost I think you are familiar with almost some 50 to 60 facts at least. Okay. So within 1 hour, some more will add to that. After going home, see, these are very few pages only. You can just get go through them and get much familiar. So that way, same way, tomorrow also for 3 hours we will be discussing in the class. Again, go and finish it. So wonderfully, after fourth day, you will nothing will be left. Easily you can cover the things. So I'll be making the things easy for you, and go home and get yourself comfortable by reading. So every day 8 hours we will invest in this and then finish the book. Is it a right approach? Okay, na? When I feel okay, and okay, after 5 minutes we'll start the thing. So actually, this na, if we are in the foundation course or something like that, things we will go very slowly. Everything will be very entertainment kind of, like there is no pressure of remembering, and secondly, things would go very slowly, in depth, knowing in the story format. So it will be enjoyable. But now here we have less time. Okay, I have told you that there are 11 days for the subject, which means 4 days for modern you have to complete. And secondly, we are discussing the highlights only, so it would be somewhat see, if you have this mind that ki exam orientedness, focus, then things, this would be very very, very convincing, because I am completing such a thing in such a short span of time. So it is good approach. But if you think from a comfort zone, it becomes difficult. So try to get adopted to this pace and need. Okay, see, at the end, who is going to benefit here? You only now. So like in state examinations also, almost in the for example, before starting this book, I have one friend, like he was my mentee. So because of some constraints, he stopped UPSC and gave the state examination. So he came from software, and many people were preparing for the state examination since 10 years, and he came with this book to me, and the same way how I am discussing with you, the same thing I have discussed him also. And then he has secured state 90th rank, and then qualified for the this deputy tehsil MRO post. So he, in fact, I discussed with him that we are starting this program. Then he himself told that bro, I will come and talk to the students once, because how effective it is and how much I have benefited from this kind of reading is unimaginable. So when others, like it books on the face value, books look so much big, clumsy that way, and someone is there to simplify and you know give it to us, then that is producing like wonderful results. I'll talk to them, and then I'll make them realize the importance of this kind of study. So because see, the thing is that when you read from that AI made material or such things now, so firstly the thing is that sometimes questions will be contextual. So okay, context may only then you will understand the thing. Sometime in between the lines you will be understanding that thing. And other thing is that you will always have this fear of missing out. Are something is missed in this. Some suddenly some person, your friend in beside room, comes and asks you a question. You tell that okay, this is not there in my book. This way you will have this fear of missing out, and then this confidence is always low. But if you have the standard book which is trusted and proved, and then if you are following a strategy and then going ahead, all these things will be resolved. You will be able to get the questions which are in between the lines, and with a lot of confidence you can be. So that way, so even for mains also, again, those like 10-15 pages ka notes or 20 pages ka notes, that cannot be used for mains now. Again, this will be useful for mains also. So in such a, and also why only mains, in ethics examples also, you will be reading this thing. And essay also. See, for example, in 2025 there is a question, how national movement would inspire the bureaucrats, civil servants. This is a question. So that is also there. So only if you have read, for example, in the 1909 Act, you study one person, Satyendra Nath Sinha. He is one officer, and also Subhash Chandra Bose is also there. So he is also the he cracked the civil services, and in 1921 he resigned also. So all these things, and how these nationalists, middle class, all these people have led the national movement. All this contextual understanding for the example, for the introduction, for all these things, where you would get from like kind of this 20 pages, 50 pages notes, how you would get, no, no. So that is, and if that printing mistake or something is done, then totally gone. So that is the reason, please, there are some trusted sources, and even if they are bulky, they are good strategies to finish them, scientific smart ways to finish them. So just try to know them. So instead of like going for shortcuts, and then after defeat, and after facing some issue, then realizing it is too bad, na? It would be too bad, what to say. Even at that point, if you realize also, it would be difficult. Okay, so this way, standard sources, please try to complete. That is one thing. And uh, your name is Bhaskar, na? Are you giving this year? Okay, okay. Like first attempt. Oh, nice. So are you able to connect? Oh, foundation. Where? Here? Okay. Ah, nice, nice. So, if I tell that tribal revolts, these things, are they very much alien to you, or okay, familiar? Familiar. So there is nothing much. Just make yourself so comfortable. "Arey, this is known. This is known. Simple, simple. Just what we are highlighting. I should remember that only. So the more you adopt to this, the more simpler it becomes, and it's there easy, easy only. Okay, right. So, continuous facts, are they okay now? So just some more facts are there, but these are like somewhat what to say, more relevant. We will see. Okay. Now we are coming to the second part, which is socio-religious reform movements. Okay. In socio-religious reform movements, first we will discuss the movements with respect to women. Then with respect to castes, untouchability and all. And then with respect to religion, only these three are mentioned in the book. Okay. So here some 10, 5, 4. So hardly 20 movements you will be reading here. Okay. Okay. First, let me tell you the background of this socio-religious reform movements, not for the exam, to make you comfortable. Okay. So at that point of time, leave about British, we had some issues in the Indian society only. Okay, we can't blame everything on the part of British. Okay, for example, women issues are there. So women are subjugated to lot of violence at that time. The marriage age, even 8-year, 9-year girl was married. Child marriage was very rampant, and then she was married to what to say, 70-year, 80-year old guy. This term is called kulinism. 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 So kulinism is a marriage system where a small girl child is married to a very old person, and when that person dies, this girl is also kept on that pyre. Okay, funeral pyre, which we call sati system. Okay, and they were like once, if at some places, if not sati system is there, then widows, there are widows. So these widows have to shave their head always they have to be in the plain clothes, and then they have to be out of the village. Okay, these are the things. And then infanticide was very common. Immediately a girl child is born and she is killed on the same day. So these kind of practices were going on with the women. So of all religions, not only Hinduism, every religion, the Sikhism has its own problems. Women of Islam also has their own problems. So this way there are lot of problems. So for example, in Devdasi system is there. Devdasi system also, it was, see, in the name of that to doing such a kind of what to say, discriminative vulgarity in the name of religion is very inhuman thing. So actually, what for example, Devdasi system is there. The version in Telangana is called Matangi system or Jogini system. Okay, so what the thing is that a girl would be taken from the lower caste community, and then she would be married to the village god. Okay, village god. Now the local head of that village, she will take her as concubine. Concubine means an unmarried wife kind of. Now she will be abused, exploited sexually by the headman, and then later on his family, and later on his relatives, neighbors, and the whole village. And for this sexual favors, she was thrown some money on her face, and later on, after when she cannot deliver this sexual satisfaction, she was, thrown out of the village. And most of these Devdasis, Jognis, all these people would suffer from sexually transmitted diseases, STDs like HIV, and die. Lot of them commit suicide also, discriminated, and their children are discriminated. Like every, this is a very inhuman practice. So this kind of Devdasi or Matangi or this Kulinism, everywhere in most corners of India, such an inhuman practices were taking place. At that time, British, knowingly or unknowingly, so some reforms were introduced by them, and also our middle class intelligentsia. So some middle class intellectuals, they told that, see, it is not the British, like British are not the reason for every suffering of Indians. There are some issues with ourselves also. So we also should, come on to eliminate, to remove these kind of discriminations and practices, and then and grow up as a nationalism. So this is one area where the cultural nationalism, so cultural revival reforms have begun, some with the help of British and some with the help of local Indians only. So these are such a wonderful people that they were living in small villages, and yet they are able to think about the French Revolution, liberty, equality, fraternity, these kind of issues. Such a great man. So, for example, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, he is called first modern man of India. So, being from a Brahmin community where his own community members are performing the sati, then he decided, first of all, he came to know that this is an inhuman practice, and secondly, he has, taken the help of Vedas, Upanishads, and all to show that this practice is not mentioned anywhere, so you have to stop it. And then like he faced discrimination, everything from his own fellow community member, still he didn't dodge back. So these are some great people who are very, like, great contributions are there. So similarly, this Jyotiba Phule and Savitribai Phule. So whenever she goes out, Savitribai Phule, she used to carry a sari, an extra sari in her bag. Why? Because it is sure that when she go out, someone would throw a cow dung on her face, on her sari. This was the situation. The upper caste people, always she used to carry the sari. Okay, this way, these religious reformers in those times are wonderful that they have surpassed the barriers of their own society, and then they taken the help of the British, and then worked in various fields, like for example providing education, providing the against sati, against widow remarriages, I mean for widow remarriage, all these things they have contributed to. So this way they have the fought for the welfare of the women. Also the caste system. So for example, untouchability. Untouchability was such a inhuman thing, na? Like for example in Kerala, the untouchables would always carry a plate with them, because when they enter the streets of the upper caste, they have to beat the slate or that thing and then make a sound that their shadow also would not be on other upper caste men. So this is where so for these things, then lot of people like Ambedkar, Phule again. So these people have come revolted against this inhuman system. Swaminarayan Guru, all these people, Periyar. So this way they have revolted, and again um, worked for the upliftment of the society, which means vulnerable section like women, untouchables, and all these things. Okay, this background is needed na, to put you in the context that what we are going to read ahead, right? Agreed? So this is just to make you comfortable. These are the causes, factors, and all. These are not asked in the prelims examination. You can just skip that. Okay, so in your pages, after 2-3 lines, you would be having this thing, uh, steps taken to ameliorate women's position. Is that the subheading? Hmm. Okay, first we are talking about sati. Okay, so in this sati we will remember only 3-4 facts. Okay, the first person who worked to abolish this sati system is Rajaram Mohan Roy. That is known to everyone. Now uh, the important governor general who has contributed to this is William Bentinck. So you have to remember Sati William Bentinck. So he, like, imagine, I remember this way, like William Bentinck is telling, I will not allow sati. William Bentinck sati, that way. Okay, and that Bengal sati regulation 1829. So you can barely remember that in 1829 sati was abolished. Okay, only these 3 facts. Okay, next, preventing female infanticide. Okay, so female infanticide is killing the girl child immediately after she is born. So 2 facts here we will remember. That is the infanticide. This act is passed in 1870. Okay, and then Governor General during this period was Lord Mayo. Just right beside, no, it is not there. Mayo. Okay, infanticide. Now, widow remarriage is there. Okay, widow remarriage may you have to remember some personalities. Okay, I'll tell one code here. Okay, the important people who are associated with widow remarriage are Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Okay, Vidyasagar, Vishnu Shastri Pandit of Maharashtra, Veeresh Lingam Pantulu of Andhra, na? I mean Madras of that time. Karve, D.K. Karve, Karsondas Mulji. Okay, I think it is well there in your book. You just need to underline. Okay, just write this code if you want. So these are the people who are associated with the widow remarriage. Okay. Done. About each person, one fact. For example, Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Hindu Widows Remarriages Act was formed. Okay, okay, don't worry about Pandit Vidyasagar. We will read in detail. Against Vishnu Shastri Pandit, Widow Remarriage Association. So you have to remember Widow Remarriage Association is for this Vishnu Shastri Pandit. Now, Karsondas Mulji, na, he has started one journal by name Satya Prakash. So Satya Prakash. So I have remembered this way, like if you don't tell Satya, you will be cursed. Okay, you can do whatever the fact is. So Karsondas Mulji, Satya Prakash. Done. Right. Regarding Karve, Karve is an important person. Okay, he himself has married a widow. Okay, so to be exemplary. So that is a great step. Okay, so you know that where these people are operating now? Vidyasagar is in Bengal. Vishnu Shastri Pandit is in Maharashtra region. Veeresh Lingam Bantulu, Madras. Karve, Maharashtra. And Karsondas Mulji also, I think Maharashtra only. Gujarat. Acha, that two places. Okay. Right. You are done with the widow remarriage, right? See, widow, VVV. You have to remember widow, VVV, Kaka. Okay. Next, controlling child marriages. So this is fourth element, child marriage. Indian Christian Marriage Act 18. Okay, you have to know that the Child Marriage Act was passed in 1970. 72. Which 72? 1872. Okay, Child Marriage Act. Okay, one important person you have to remember who has fought against this child marriage is Mulberry. He's a Parsi reformer. Parsi community, Mulberry. Child marriage. Okay. So child marriage, Mulberry. How I remember is that for marriage we may use mulberry leaves, like that I have remembered. You can put your own code. Okay. Child marriage, mulberry. Okay. In the new book, na, there is this case, Rukma Bhai case is given. Actually, that is a previous year question. That is why they have added after the question. So actually, it was related to this child marriage only. Okay. So they have asked, it is related to what kind of thing. So Rukma Bhai case revolved around child marriage rights. Okay. That is done. Now you have to know next page may Child Marriage Restraint Act 1929, popularly known as Sarda Act. So this is very very important, Sarda Act. So Sarda Act, firstly you need to know that it is related to child marriage restrainment. It is passed in 1929, and the age also you should remember, it is 18 for boys and 14 for girls. Okay, these three facts regarding Sarda Act. Child marriage 1929, 1814 years. Three things. Now, right, done. So I think in next you have women's education as your next theme. So in the first line only they have mentioned Calcutta Female Juvenile Society, na? Juvenile Society. So that you underline and just remember that that is related to female education. So if suddenly they tell you that ki, Calcutta Female Juvenile Society is related to some trade activities, you should not get confused that okay, this is related to education, bro. Okay, at least that you need to remember. Other than that, nothing. This one next is there, Bethune School. Bethune School founded in 1849 by J.E.D. Bethune. Council of Education. Okay, you have to know this guy, although at other place also it is given. So this is good actually. I mean, in the year which I have wrote the means, this question is asked, and I have read in the Spectrum book only, and I could attempt the question also. Like who was the associate of Vidyasagar while promoting the female education. So this is Bethune. Okay, so J.E.D. Bethune is a Anglo-Indian in the Bengal region who worked for female education. Okay. Next, there are two people, Jagannath Shankar Seth and Bhav Daji. If you want, you remember, or else not needed. Okay. So other than that, not needed. Let's just come to women's organizations. Okay. Women's organization. So here you will be remembering 5 or 6 women's organizations. Just please, I mean, give your attention. So first thing is Sarla Devi Chaudrani. She convened the Bharat Stree Mahamandal. Sarla Devi Chaudrani, Bharat Stree Mahamandal. Okay, how you would remember? So Sarla Devi Stree, something Devi or woman, like Stree, like that you try to remember. So only one thing there. Now, next, Ramabai Ranade found the ladies. In next paragraph it is there. Ramabai Ranade founded the Ladies Social Conference. So Ramabai Ranade in the independent India, when coming to the female reformers, before the Savitribai Phule, she is very important. So she like a lot of contributions are there in every field. She could defy all the like she was told to put parda system, but then she disobeyed, and then she convened a home for the widows, for the victims of rape and all these things. So Seva Sadan, some homes are there of her also. So she is a very important woman reformer of Bengal. Sorry, Bombay, Maharashtra. Okay, so how you will remember Ramabai Ranade founded Ladies Social Conference. Ladies Social Conference. Okay, you can remember this thing always. The National Social Conference is also there. It is by Ranade, MG Ranade. So MG Ranade, and she is Ramabai Ranade. So not husband and wife. I thought the same, but they are not so. They are not related also. So MG Ranade, but then their organization names are similar. So conference, the name conference comes, you have to remember Ranade. Okay, National Social Conference, MG Ranade, and this female, sorry, Ladies Social Conference, Ramabai Ranade. So I remember that conference Ranade, running to conference. So like if it is late, you would rush to conference, right? So that way Ranade, conference. Okay. Now third one is Pandita Ramabai Saraswati founded Arya Mahila Samaj. Arya Mahila Samaj, please remember. Ramabai Ranade. See, Pandita Ramabai Saraswati. That normal Arya Samaj is founded by Dayanand Saraswati. So Saraswati, Saraswati, and Samaj, Samaj. These things will match. Okay. Right. Next. Okay, this is the one important thing about Pandita Ramabai Saraswati is very important that she has written a letter to the Queen Victoria of England, and then the Queen has responded by convening this Lady Dufferin College. Okay, so this is one important. They may ask like this personality has written some letter to the Queen Victoria, and then the Queen understood the situation, and then this as a result Lady Dufferin colleges have formed. Okay, this is Pandita Ramabai Saraswati. Okay. Next, uh, National Council of Women in India. So this is by Mary Bai Tata. Okay, you know this word council. Council is related to some like FICCI, CII. So here C refers to council. Council is something where the upper class people form some groups and all. So like that. So Tata is there, Mary by Tata. So council Tata. This way you can remember. There only one lady is there in fourth or fifth line. Cornelia Sorabji, India's first lady barrister. Did you see Cornelia Sorabji, first lady barrister? So lawyer. Okay, that also you need to remember. So Sorabji, first barrister. Actually, there is very important like a lawyer who has died. Soli Sorabji is there. So you can this Sorabji caste is related to law. You can remember this thing. Okay. Now coming to All India Women's Conference, founded by Margaret Cousins. Okay, Conference Cousins. So AIWC. There are see this is a very important organization that here down you can see this. Firstly, this is active after independence also, and whatever the acts we are seeing now all are because of this organization only. So they have contributed a lot in putting these legislations ahead. So that is the reason you have to remember AIWC. Even now, if you go on roads also, this conference AIWC, IDWA, this AIDWA, these kind of they are written with big headlines. So these things on roads you may not observe it. So this is very important. AIWC by Margaret Cousins. So how I remember is that okay, remember conference like a cousins. So usually with cousins we have a conference. Your own cousins you can imagine conference. Okay, this way you can remember the 6 facts related to women's organizations. Okay, so once again for revision I will be telling you Sarla Devi Chaudhrani for Bharat Sri Mahamandal. Okay, Ladies Social Conference Ranade, and Arya Mahila Samaj Saraswati, and Lady Dufferin College also Saraswati only, and this National Council of Women Council Tata, Mary by Tata, and this All India Women Conference with Cousins, Margaret Cousins. This is done. Cool. Now, so with women we are done. This again with the untouchability. So here we would be dealing only two things. First is Ambedkar contribution, and then Gandhi's not given. Okay, Naikar is given. Right. So initial first three things you need not remember the thing. In 232 page number, you would be seeing this in 1932. Gandhi founded the All India Harijan Sangh or India Harijan Sevak Sangh. You know this thing, na? That the term Dalit and Harijan, the debate between this you must be knowing that. See, Ambedkar wants this word to be followed because the word Dalit means broken. So we are broken everywhere in life. So that is the reason he used to highlight the sufferings and use this term. But then Gandhi, he uses this another term Harijan, which means children of God. So just treat them as some other, what to say. So you have perspectives in sociology and anthropology, na? So you would call this thing more of a functional perspective, na? Is it there? And this is conflict perspective. No? Okay. Right. So this is there regarding Dalit and the Harijan wala thing. So you can easily conclude that everything Harijan Sevak Sangh, Harijan Association, whatever Harijan name it is related to Gandhi. So this very important thing year also 1932 you have to remember. So in 1932 Gandhi founded the Harijan Sevak Sangh. But that is there. Now we are just discussing like 4 5 people who are related to fighting the untouchability. Okay, in the old books these people are not given also, just you can write beside. One person is Gopal Baba Valankar. Gopal Baba Valankar. So this guy first Dalit to launch a monthly journal, Vittal Vidwamsak. So this book may it is given now, but then before this question was asked in the UPSC exam, it is not in the book. Okay, so you should remember this thing. But for knowledge of other exams, you remember Valankar has started this monthly journal Vittal Vidwamsak. Okay, this Vidwamsak, broken, all these are referring to the Dalits. You have to remember that. Okay, now okay, you can remember Ambedkar has started few organizations. So this is the code Barish. It is Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha. Bahishkrit. Okay. So Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha is one thing. So you know that Bahishkrit means exploited or untouched or Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha. Republic Party of India. SH stands for schedule. Schedule Caste Federation. Okay, remember these three things. You will remember the organizations of this Ambedkar. Okay, I want to add two more facts to Ambedkar. You must be knowing this thing. His journal is Mook Naik. Book Mook Naik is the book. Okay, Mook Naik is the book of Ambedkar, and other thing is related to Mahad Satyagraha. Okay, Mahad Satyagraha. Actually, Mahad Satyagraha importance is that in 1927, this untouchables were not allowed to take water from the well. Okay, now all these people under Ambedkar, they went to this Mahad place, they did a satyagraha and they forcibly took water from the well. Okay, and then there itself they have burned the Manusmriti. So this is there. So that is the importance of Mahad Satyagraha. So who, basic thing is that who led Mahad Satyagraha is Ambedkar against this taking water from the well. Okay, so these are the 5 facts about Ambedkar. Just these things only. Okay, next upcoming is Self-respect movement in Kerala by E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar. So I think that is directly asked in 2025 question. So Ramaswamy Naikar, self-respect. You remember this, right? Ramaswamy Naikar, self-respect movement. That's good. Now there is one another. There is one guy called Narayan Guru. Actually, these people whom we are discussing now, this Narayana Swami, Ramaswamy Naikar, Periyar, all these people are very great leaders of that period. But then, firstly, the South Indian history itself is somewhat suppressed, and secondly, for the sake of convenience, just a paragraph is allocated to them. So just by seeing this book, we may think that they are normal people, but outside they are kind of, even that Periyar is very much relevant in today's politics of Tamil Nadu, right? Always they wear that black shirts for some events and all. So there's so powerful people who has worked against this caste, the upper caste dominance and all. Right. So this is the thing. So you have to remember Narayana Guru. Narayan Guru is from Kerala. Okay, and then he gave this slogan: one religion, one caste, one God. So one Narayana Guru, one religion, one caste. That's it. Okay. Okay. Now these are very minute facts only, na? When we this way it is getting clearer somewhat. Good. Now the same religious movement extension is given because this is just a brief thing, na? Against each reformer they have given some notes. So we will talk. So just 4-5 facts about each person we will be reading. Okay. Hardly 8 people are given. 8 people, regarding 8 people, 5 facts. Done. Okay. You will see this. Brahma Samaj also is asked this year, na? 2025. Brahma Samaj also question. First question is that only. Okay. Just within, I think 15 minutes, may it would be done. Everyone is like cool, right? Too much factual, but see, consider this as an opportunity, na, to finish the things, or else sitting alone you would be stressed more and more every time. So I'm telling, highlighting the facts, and sometimes we are remembering also, na? So that way. Up to this, it is clear, na? Okay. Just you, anyone remember this? Vittal Vidvamsak is a journal by Baglankar. Right. Regarding Ambedkar, which facts we have remembered? I mean, Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha and Republic Party, scheduled caste thing, and which Satyagraha? Mahat Satyagraha, and journal Mook Naik. Done. Done. So, this one thing you have to know that case we are using right now scheduled caste, okay? For referring to, we are not using Dalits and all, scheduled caste. So, where this is there, the name scheduled caste is in. So, it is the term first used by Simon Commission. So, Simon Commission has used that, and then later on, Indian Constitution has kept in our Constitution, right? So, this is the word, accurate word of scheduled caste. Cool. Okay, so for now coming to a larger focus on some movements, reform movements. So first we are lucky here, 3 areas we will discuss. First is in Bengal, what are the movements or important personalities. Then in Maharashtra, then in Punjab, and if some minor are there in South India, Madras. So Madras includes the present states of Tamil Nadu and Andhra also, na? So Andhra and some parts of Karnataka, Kerala. It's a big entity. Right. Okay. First, we will discuss about the Brahma Samaj. Okay. Although, if you feel any difficulty, you need not remember also because this year only it is asked. It is like zero probability again. It will be repeated. But okay, I will tell you in brief. Brahma Samaj. Okay. So I told that this Rajaram Mohan Roy was an important revolutionary in Bengal region. Okay. Now, some important things about this guy is that he knew almost 10 languages, and then he was so like flexible and open-minded that he was reading the all Jesus related Bible, some, and he have written a small book also, these precepts of Jesus, on what the influence of this Christianity is on him. And then he used to read the Sikhism books and another Islamic books, everything. He was so open-minded and knowing about the other religious cultures. And in those days itself, he was, speaking almost 10 languages, and he could write also. A lot of books are written by him. And then later on, actually he belongs to that community. For actually the Brahmins were not allowed to what to say, cross the seas, right, that time. But then he defied that thing and went to London to meet the king over there, the queen, the crown, whoever is there. So that way he has done lot of great things. Okay, but his contribution to the national movement is what we are more concerned about. Okay, then the story, some facts. Okay, so this is a small story. Please listen. Na? Yeah, what the thing is that first Rajaram Mohan Roy has established one society by name. Its name is Atmiya Sabha. Okay, Atmiya Sabha. Atmiya Sabha, later on, what he thought is that okay, because some it was like very much confined in nature, so he changed its name to Brahma Sabha. Atmiya Sabha became Brahma Sabha. Later on, it became Brahma Samaj. This date is also very important, 1828. Okay, so I remember B is like 8 na, 1828. So this way I remember the year also. Okay, Brahma Samaj 8. Now, in this Brahma Samaj, whoever joins this Brahma Samaj, they will be given like a library is there, books are there, compilations and shortcuts, I mean short gist of this Upanishads, Vedas and everything. So everything they will be talking about rationality, on women issues, on untouchability and education, everything, how to take India forward, about India's past, everything they would be studying. Now, what happened after some time is that Rajaram Mohan Roy founded this in 1828. Na? In 1833 he died. Okay. After that, after some time, this Debindranath Tagore is there. So he is father of Rabindranath Tagore. So Debindranath Tagore at that time he was running an organization by name Tattva Bodhini Sabha. Okay, Debindranath Tagore, Tattva Bodhini Sabha. Now, he came and injected new, like a new blood into this organization. Suddenly, this dormant organization, which was thinking like almost dead one, it got new life because of this Debindranath Tagore. Okay, so Debindranath Tagore, and he was doing his work, everything well. Now, what happened is that another new person came into this. His is Karve, Keshuv Chandra Sen. Keshuv Chandra Sen. Okay, now what Keshuv Chandra Sen did is that he told that this Brahma Samaj, we should do two changes for this. First is this Brahma Samaj is only in India, only in Bengal. So let us take it to all India level. Okay, and also we are focused on small things only. Let us go on to like more kind of protest, more kind of local meetings, sabas. Let us do all these things, hartals and all. So the form and the space, he was advocating for this thing. So that way there came differences between Keshuv Chandra Sen and Devendranath Tagore. Now they got split. Okay, Now, after split, what happened is that this guy, Debendranath Tagore, just kept Adi Brahma Samaj. Okay. Now, Keshub Chandra Sen convened the Brahma Samaj of India, because his thing is all Indian Ocean, right? This thing. Now, after this thing, what happened is that Keshub Chandra Sen, though advocating a lot, he married his 13-year daughter to a local king, Raja. So then all these followers were stunned, like you are the one who is preaching all these things, and you have married this girl to this Raja. So that way there came up the issues. Now his followers also, they didn't like this guy, Keshub Chandra Sen, and then they formed another wing called Sadharan Brahma Samaj. Okay, this is the story. So your how it started? Atmiya Sabha, Brahma Sabha, Brahma Samaj, then Adi Brahma Samaj, Brahma Samaj of India, Sadharan Brahma Samaj. You're good. This is the link chain. So you have to remember these two guys. This Rajaram Mohan Rai, Tagore, Keshub Chandra Sen. Three are done. So that's it. So just in Devendranath Tagore, you just underline Tattva Bodhini Sabha, so I just remember Tagore T, Tattva Bodhini Sabha Tagore. Done. So this is the story, you need not. Okay, one more thing, actually this bookmate is written in different way. Okay, one more important thing you have to remember regarding Rajaram Mohan Roy is that, see, I told that Bethune is the person who has helped Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar in this female education and all. Na? So for Rajaram Mohan Roy also, there is one person called David Hare. Okay, David Hare. So he is the one who was with Rajaram Mohan Roy in helping his efforts. Okay. Right? Okay. Now next coming, everyone has Young Bengal movement, no? Young Bengal movement. Right. So Young Bengal movement by name itself, see just 4 facts you will remember, not much. Young Bengal movement took place in Bengal, that's okay. Then it is led by Henry Vivian Derozio. So you have to remember Derozio. He is an Anglo-Indian who settled in Bengal region, and then he was a professor in that Bengal colleges. He was talking about the French Revolution ideas and all these things. So he was very enlightened person who was acting as a bridge between the French Revolution thoughts, and then connecting them to Indians in the colleges. Okay, this was one thing. But unfortunately, what those days, who were the educated class? Very less people, and these are mere ideas only. So that is the reason it didn't yield much fruits. So only things you have to remember, if they ask you that this is a grassroots level organization working under with the people, no, it is just like in ideologies in colleges only. Okay, this is the nature of the Young Bengal movement. So when I was writing mains, they asked this in mains. So for 10 marks, Young Bengal movement. So here, like we have to understand and write something else from outside also, because there is a small information only, na? This is the thing. So you have to, Young Bengal movement is done. Derozio, only bookish wala thing. It is not in the ground level, and he was a Anglo-Indian, a professor in the Bengal colleges, right? Okay. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. So Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, first thing, he is from Bengal, and then he worked for female education, and then education for non-Brahmins also. So you need not worry exactly what they have done, because see, these are important reformers that they have done everything. Not only female education, not only caste issues, not only widow remarriage, everything they have done. So if something comes, definitely they might have talked about, they might have worked for this thing, such a thing. So if in don't search for what he has done exactly. Okay, okay, caste. Okay, okay, religion, like that. They have done everything. Okay. So Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar is one thing. Here it is mentioned that Bethune is there, na? So you just remember that thing. Now the next important one is Bal Shastri Jambedkar. So Bal Shastri Jambedkar, just three facts. He is from Bombay. He is a journalist, and then two are there: Darpan and Digdarshan, Marathi journals. Darpan, Digdarshan. So Bal Shastri Jambedkar, J for journalism. Jambedkar, journalist, Mumbai. Okay. So okay, just that is done. Next, coming to Paramhamsa Mandali. So Paramhamsa Mandali is a reform movement, a reform organization based in Bengal again. Sorry, Maharashtra again. Its founder is Dadoba Pandurang. So Paramhams Pandurang. So you need not bother about their activities. They did everything. One important feature is there at their meetings. Food cooked by the lower caste people was taken by the members. This also for mains kind of interesting stuff. They will not ask in prelims. So just Paramhamsa Mandali Pandurang. PP. Nothing there. Again. So Dadoba Pandurang set up Manav Dharma Sabha at Surat. This is one thing there. Dadoba Pandurang Tarkadhar is there, na? Dadoba Pandurang Tarkadhar. He established Manav Dharma Samaj. It is there. You can write if it is not there. In new book it is there. Okay. Right. Now next one Prardhana Samaj is there, na? So Prardhana Samaj was founded by Atmaram Pandurang. So Prardhana is prayer, Atma is soul. So you do prayer for soul satisfaction. You can remember that way. Okay. Prardhana Samaj, Atma, Ram Pandurang. Okay. So you have to remember one important thing that you see all these organizations are from Maharashtra. Na? They are having this inspiration from Bhakti movement. So the Bhakti movement was very popular in Maharashtra, and that inspired a lot of organization. All these Pandita Ramabai or whatever we are studying. So everyone has this inspired from the Bhakti. So that is the reason history plays very important role in the present also. So, do you remember any of the Bhakti saints of Maharashtra? Tulsidas, Uttar Pradesh. Tukaram is one. You heard Eknath, Eknath, Sonara, Jnaneshwar, Chokka is one person, and Tukaram. All these people are there. So these while studying medieval, we will read that. Okay. This is one thing. So Prardhana Samaj, Atmaram Pandurang is done. Now this is there. MG Ranade has founded. I told you MG Ranade National Social Conference was there, and here they have given widow remarriage movement. Widow remarriage movement. I think that is not needed also. Okay. Now coming to this Jyoti Bapule. So Jyoti Bapule also you have to remember only 5 facts. First is he is from Maharashtra. Okay, and untouchability. Now his organization is Satya Shodhak Samaj, Truth Seeking Society. Okay, and year is also very important. 1873. Okay. So how I remembered is that ki Satya Shodhak Samaj 3 years, no? S is repeated 3 times. So that is why 1873. Okay, this way Satya Shodhak Samaj 1873. Now, uh, there are two important novels written by him: Sarvajanik Satyadharma and Gulamgiri. Okay, just underline that, na? Sarvajanik Satyadharma and Gulamgiri. Okay. After that, Jyotiba Phule, a title of Mahatma was given to him by Vittal Rao Dekar. That is not needed. You may ignore that. So later on, Savitri Bai Phule, she is there. You know that she is the first woman teacher of India. Recently, some 150 or something issue event has happened. Just go through that, a current affair. So she is very important for Balhatya Pratibandhak Gruha. Balhatya, female infanticide. So just Savitri Bai Phule is related to Balhatya, Pratibandhagraha and Mahila Seva Sadan. Okay, that thing. So I think in old books it is not there. Only new books it is there. Okay. Next, Tarabai Shinde, you need not remember. Next, D.K. Karve is there in the book. So D.K. Karve, just you have to remember that he is also a woman reformer. His organization is not so important. You can leave. That next, Ramkrishna Gopal Bhandarkar. That is also not needed. Telang is not needed. Daji Lad is not needed. Gopal Baba Valankar is not needed. Vittal Ram. Actually, in new book, na, a lot of things are added which are not needed in fact. Next, you come to Gopal Hari Deshmukh Lokhitvadi. Okay, Gopal Hari Deshmukh Lokhitvadi. So, this Deshmukh is a community in Maharashtra. Na? So, just Gopal Hari Deshmukh from Maharashtra, and you have to remember that his title is Lokhitvadi. So, Desh, Lok, you can correlate. So, he has also written a lot of journals, Prabhakar, Hitechu, and all. I think not needed. Huh. Just go next one, Gopal Ganesh Agarkar. So he is also a reformer, again Maharashtra. You have to remember his journal Sudharak. Sudharak Gopal Ganesh Agarkar. So just Ganesh Sudharak. So Ganesh ji will help us in a good path. That way you can remember. Sudharak Gopal Ganesh Agarkar. Nothing other than that. Servants of Indian Society. So the two facts you have to remember. Servants of Indian Society. First is it is by Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Okay, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, and his journal Hitwadi is there not needed. Although just remember two things. This Gopal Krishna Gokhale and 1905. Servants of Indian Society. S5 you can remember. Servants of Indian Society Gokhale. So you tell servants to go. Servant go Gokhale. Okay. Again, next Social Service League is by Narayan Malhar Joshi. So just to do social service, you need to have Josh, like that you can remember. So Joshi, Social Service League, Narayan Malhar Joshi. Next, they have given about Vivekananda. If you read all that thing, also nothing, no information will be there. Just you have to know that he is he worked for cultural nationalism. Okay, glorifying Indian culture, Indian history, and all. So actually, the only fact you have to remember is that he went to the Chicago Parliament in 1893. So in Chicago, a conference of all the religious heads is convened. So India from India representative is Vivekanand, Swami Vivekanand. That's it, only one fact from that all pages. Vishnu Bikaji Gokhale not needed. Theosophical Society. Okay, just 3 pages more. Uh, Theosophical Society. Okay. Okay, one thing. Actually, Theosophical Society is a kind of what to say, a reformist, advanced knowledge systems. See, they always think about equality of humans, like exploitation should be there. These kind of very philosophical thought. So it was started in Europe. Okay, so there are two persons, Olcott and Blavatsky. Okay, these are the people. So these people founded this Theosophical Society in India. Okay, Blavatsky and Olcott. So I remember BOT, bot. So Blavatsky, Olcott, Theosophical Society. So this way. So they brought this, and then later on, Annie Besant is a very important person who has contributed a lot to this Theosophical Society. Okay, you have to remember the nature of Theosophical Society in India. The Theosophical Society, like they were agreeing, they started like okay, they are criticizing the prevailing social evils, okay, but at the same time they were glorifying India also. So India is a great culture, it is good, that way they are glorifying. So just remember that the nature is not key radically change India or not, so that okay, India is a good, some good is there, some bad is there, like that. They were a very positive people. Okay, so three people you have to remember. Theosophical Society founded in Europe, but then brought to India by Olcott and Blavatsky, and then later on Annie Besant has contributed a lot to it. So that's it. Annie Besant, you know that Annie Besant presently Banaras Hindu University, it is by Annie Besant only. Later on only Madan Mohan Malviya has contributed, na? Right. Okay, Indian National Social Conference. I told you conference means run a day. So MG run a day. Just remember that. Nothing needed. MG run a day. Okay. Okay. Dayanand Saraswati is very important. Just listen to small story, na. So Dayanand Saraswati was a social reformer in the northwestern India in Punjab region. Okay, so what happened with Dayanand Saraswati is that he was so much disgusted with the interference of British in Indian culture. So, and also not only the British, other religions like Islam also. So he started this Shuddhi movement or purification, which means return of the converted converted Hindus back to the Hindu fold. This kind of thing he was doing, and then he gave the slogan "Go back to Vedas." That way. So, but then he founded the Arya Samaj. That is but then he was not so radical. If something is wrong with the Hindu fold, he would not accept that. Okay, this is, he would not ignore. He would criticize that also. Okay, so he was a progressive Hindu social reformer who has found the Arya Samaj. Up to here, every one of us will be knowing. Now, the thing is that actually the important things related to Arya Samaj happened after his death. After his death, his followers are divided into two. Okay, what they are telling is that one group was telling that we should take Dayanand Saraswati as a god. Whatever his teachings are there, we should literally follow them. No change required. Very conventional people. On the other hand, there are liberals who were telling that no, like how will we treat him as God? Dayanand himself has told that he is not God. Just we are reformers. We have our duty is only to uplift. Now new challenges are coming. Let us deal in that way. Okay, so this way they have differences of opinion. These people wanted all the now what these groups name is like the people who are liberal are called DAV school, Dayanand Anglo-Vedic school, which means they are ready to take the good things from the English culture as well, English education as well. Okay, but then this other group is called Gurukul group, or in this book it is written as college group. Okay, so Gurukul group is something which is like a very conventional. No, we will not deviate any other new thing. Only what he has told, that thing only. So this is a very stricter way. So there are some people who are related to each group. For example, in the Gurukul and in the DAV school, so three Lals will be there: Lala Lajpat Rai, here we have Swami Shraddhanand, and two Rams are there: Lake Ram, Munshi Ram. So if you read that gist, you will be knowing this thing only. So another, one second. Actually, this thing na, ha, Lal Chen. Okay, these things only you have to remember. So the Gurukul group and the DAV group. Okay, so after the death of Lala Lajpat Rai, the groups are divided into two, DAV and Gurukul group, and accordingly they were doing these followers. So actually, this Swami Shraddhanandana, because he didn't agree with them, he moved from Punjab to Himachal Pradesh, and there is a place called Kangri in Uttarakhand, I guess. I'm not sure exactly. Kangri is a region in that North India. He went there and established the Gurukul. This question is asked in UPSC. So, who established the Gurukul Kangri? It is Swami Shraddhanand. UPSC, this 2-3 years ago only, 23, I guess. Okay, so this way you have to know this, that ki Arya Samaj, Dayanand Saraswati, Shuddhi movement, go back to Vedas. After his death, two groups: Gurukul, DAV group, the followers, their attitude and their uh, nature. You have to know. Only that's it. When you know this, just this story is here, but read every line to line. Na? This thing very important. Just next, Seva Sadan is there. So Seva Sadan is founded by Mulberry. Okay, Mulberry. So again, where did we see this Mulberry? Mulberry child marriages. I told you Mulberry leaves for marriage. So child marriage. Okay. So Mulberry child marriage. So here Seva Sadan Mulberry. Okay. That's it. Now Pune Seva Sadan is there. So Pune Seva Sadan is by M.G. Ranade. After that, in your books, na, these things are mentioned. Dev Samaj, Dharma Sabha, Dharma Mahamandal, Radha Swami movement. These four are there, na? Just ignore them, because these people, whenever this word D comes, na, Dev Sabha, Dharma Samaj, and all these things, these are the people who are such a, what to say, we cannot scold them directly. These people, instead of reforming, they were going against in the name of culture. For example, this guy, Radhakant Dev, uh, like, okay, Radhakant Dev, Shivnarayan Agrihotri, and all these people were against this Brahma Samaj, Arya Samaj, all these reforms. They were against and in fact, openly promoting the child marriages, these kind of things. So how come that will be asked in the examination when it is counter? See, culturally okay, but socially it's not so, no. So that is the reason. So just ignore this. Dev Samaj, Dharma Sabha, Bharat Dharma Mahamandal, Radha Swami movement. Just if you read them, you will only understand that these are kind of anti-social elements. So that is the thing. Now Kandukuri Vireshilingam is there. So in new books only it is there, you need not see. He is from Madras region, that's it. Worked for women welfare. Next, we have just 4 points. Just don't hardly 5 minutes. Okay, SNDP movement. So SNDP movement, you have to Sri Narayana Dharma Paripalana. So SNDP, it's in Kerala. It is by Narayan Guru. By name itself, you will be knowing this thing. So only one important, like Ambedkar's Mahat Satyagraha. This guy's movement is not Aravipuram movement. So Aravipuram, you will easily knowing that this is a Malayalam word. So not so much required. Okay, but you can go through once. Next, Justice Party is there. Justice Party. You have to remember this Justice Party. Actually, Justice Party only later converted to this today's DMK. Okay, so Justice Party. There are three people: Mudaliyar, Tyagaraja Shetty, and Nair. TM Nair. So I kept this code as Natyam. Na for Nair, TY for Tyagaraja, M for Mudaliyar. Okay, na? Just see, three people are there. Kada. So this is my code to remember, like who founded Justice Party. So there is one guy Nair, na? Na. Tyagraj is there, na? Tyagraj. Mudaliyar is there? Natyamu, you say. Mudaliyar. This way I remembered. See, I am telling the code, mnemonic trick. Justice Party. Okay? Right. Okay. That's it. Justice Party, Natyam, mean these three people. And there is South Indian Liberation Federation also in some new books. In old books, it is not there. You can ignore that. Self-respect movement, E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar, it is asked this year only, not needed. So temple entry movement, there is one important person, temple entry movement, T. Madhavan, who had written this journal, Deshabhimani. It is there in your books? T. Madhavan, Deshabhimani. How you can remember is that these days Madhavan is acting in lot of these national patriotic movies, na? What is that movie? Rocketry. Rocketry only, na? So he was like nationalist. Wala. So Madhavan, Deshabhimani. Deshabhimani. You will remember. This Vaikom Satyagraha is there. Vaikom Satyagraha is also in Kerala only. In your book, what it is written? Vaikom Satyagraha is by Keshava. It is written. So, but in other, I think there is some issue with that. But you can remember Vaikom and Keshava. So, I remember this Shava is dead body and Vaikuntam after the dead body Vaikuntam, that way I am related. You can take any of this thing. Okay, Vaikom Satyagraha. Right. Next, these three are there. Okay. See, there are religious movements with reference to Islam, Muslims. So you have to remember that two are starting with the letter A. Ahmadiyya movement and Aligarh movement. These two are only the reformist and somewhat better, good ones. Inner leaders you don't remember. Other thing, Wahhabi movement, Titumir movement, Farzi movement, all these are Deoband movement are very radical in nature. So, in the name of pure Islam, just reimposing the conventional parts are there. Don't remember other thing. Just only two are very reformative. with reference to Muslim religious group, Ahmadiyya and Aligarh movement. Okay, so Aligarh movement, please go through very carefully. Aligarh movement, because there is one person called Syed Ahmad Khan. So how Ambedkar is for the scheduled caste na? For at those times, Ahmad Khan was very important. Actually, he studied in London and then came back, and then this British also gave him that knighthood award, and then here also Anglo Oriental College he has started, and presently Aligarh University is there na? Aligarh AMU, Aligarh Muslim University, that also is founded by this guy only, Ahmad. So he is very important from Muslim reformist thing. But then later on, in the later days, na, he colluded with the British, and then that is the reason most nationalists do not like him. So he was working only for the interest than the national interest. The religious interests of Muslims are higher for him. So that is the reason some hatred is also there with him. On a whole, you have to remember that this guy is having some background, just read it. So other than that, Aligarh movement and Ahmadiyya movement, these are somewhat better one, which were for the betterment of the very not so radical. Other thing, Deoband and Faraizi, all these things are pure Islam, like no outside things should come to Islam. We would, everyone should follow these rules very strictly. These kind of things were there. Okay, that is the thing. And then Parsi reform movement is there, na? Parsi reform movement में there are religious reform association is there. So Parsi we have already read one guy na, Mulberry is one Parsi. The second one is Bengali, and other one is Dadabhai Naroji. So three people please remember with respect to Parsi community. Okay. Now just two are there. We are done with the Muslim Islamic reformist movement. Now come to the Sikh reformist movement. So already we have seen one. Na? Anyone remembers Sikh reformist movement? ఏంటి ఇప్పుడు చదువుతాం అది ప్రీవియస్గా ఇప్పుడు వరకు చదివినాం ప్రీవియస్లీ వీ హ్యావ్ రెడ్ గుడ్ కూకా మూమెంట్ బై Jawaharlal. Right. So Kuka movement we have already read with respect to the Sikh people. Now two are there. One is Singh Sabha movement and other is Akali movement. So just briefly listen a small thing about these two things. Okay, Singh Sabha movement is an earlier one which is against the intervention of British or Hindus and Muslims into their culture. Non-interference. So they have preached again this Khalsa system. So this Govind Guru was there, all these teachings are there. Na? So they were preaching, and for the purification and sanctity of the Sikh religion, this is there. So Singh Sabha movement is about protecting the Sikh religion from outside influence. Okay, now come to Akali. Akali is not related to outsiders. So actually what happened in those days is that, so like our temples now, these Sikh people have gurudwaras. Like our priests and fathers or pastors in that Christianity, in Islam what they are called? Quasis. Quasis. Okay. So like those things, here these people, priest version is called Mahants. So Mahants are the people who are in the gurudwaras. Now what happened is that these people, they would be having lot of powers. Only they will allow few people, they will not allow others. There is somewhat corruption is also involved. Some harassing other individuals is there. So these kind of unwanted practices are prevailing with the gurudwaras. Then the Sikh people, they formed like a group, and then they waged revolted against these Mahants. Now these Mahants, because of the revolt, they have gone. And then later on, in every Gurudwara, this Gurudwara Prabandhak Samiti is formed. So this group will be an elected group now to manage the Gurudwara. This way, they have taken off these Mahants who are bad and then restored it with somewhat democratic and an acceptable solution. So, this is Akali movement. And that is the reason now we have this Akali Dal also, na party, Akali party in Punjab. Now it's not so in limelight. Okay, so this is the thing with Sikh religious. So with Hindus, we have read Brahma Samaj, Arya Samaj, Jyotiba Phule, all these things. And with Muslims, we have read uh, A are important and other things are not needed. And then with this Sikh, Singh Sabha and Akali movement. So that's it. Done for today. So actually today only is the largest session. From tomorrow, I think within, because I need not do introduce like first everything, that time will be gone, and the chapters are also easy only, story kind of thing. So I will complete in 2 hours only. So today we are done for now. Just please revise today itself. Na, that recency effect will help you to remember the things very much better, or else you will face problem if you prolong. So just give that 4 days. Modern history should be done. Be with that attitude, and you will be doing. So today, I think little boring. Too many facts you have taken. But once if you sit for 5 hours, you will be happily, coming out of the trauma of remembering the facts. Okay, so I have given you some hints and quotes. Na, you also try with that. So read very properly. This would help you. So that's it for today, and tomorrow we would deal the next upcoming like Indian National Congress and all these things. It would be very interesting. So just try to relate the stories and all, because if you read yourself, it will take a lot of time now. So take this opportunity and get it. Any doubts or anything you want to say? All good, na? Hmm. Then we will end it. I forgot about this online thing only. I don't know if someone is there. Cool.